So when last we left off, you guys had just arrived back in Port Sydon. You cleared up the Seagate. You uncovered a handful of new characters. There's also, on the ride back, you learned of some rather surprising information, including, but not limited to, the existence of an entirely other dimension. You've encountered yet another strange winged-looking elf. You did manage to successfully rescue Levy. You were finally able to capture a Garo alive, only for Ken to break his neck. And everyone's like really angry about that.
You're still hungry.
You guys, Sulix managed to pull into port. You also noticed that on the ride back, the hurricane plaguing Zornal Cove doesn't seem to be as severe as it was when you left. And the ride back was also noticeably smoother. So you guys pull into dock or into port, and Reade disembarks, followed by Levy and Scotty. And
did Levy wake up?
Yes, everyone woke up when you guys pulled in.
Riozo will climb down onto the dock and just kind of follow everybody around for the time being.
Now, where did Angela go? I was.
She's also. Oh, sorry. Angela's also with you. Let me place her token on the board.
Yeah.
Angela, as Sulix calls down and says they're about to pull into port, Angela takes on the form of another. Oh, it's gonna be huge. Hold on a second.
Gotta resize.
Yeah. Angela takes on the form of what she was when you guys first encountered her inside the Seagate. And you guys recall, she said that she took the form of what you guys would know to be an elven woman that ended up in the light world.
Make my way down onto the docks, and this is the first time I'm seeing that, right?
Yes, because last time you didn't see her in her other form. She had transformed before you were able to see her.
Ryuzo had saw it, though.
Ryuzu saw it.
You also just watched her transform.
Yeah.
That too.
Quickly, I'm just gonna slap myself, make sure I'm not seeing things.
Can I be next?
Yes, you can slap yourself too.
Oh no, I was wanting to slap him.
What?
It's a joke. I'm just joking. Ugh.
Well, that answers one question, and so it raises some major concerns now. I say that out loud.
Why? What's up?
What you talking about?
The form Angela just took over there is my mother.
Sorry?
Excuse me?
Angela said an elven or a woman appeared in the light world. Alex? Ah, fuck. Oh boy. Oh no.
Well, that raises a lot of questions for you, I'm sure.
Yes, it does. Also explains why my house was foreclosed.
Well, it was a house. I don't think your house can be foreclosed. I think it was just reclaimed and then abandoned.
Whatever.
It was forced closed.
Hey, Angela?
Hold on a sec, Cole.
Yeah.
Ken, Sulix approaches you. Hey! Get off my ship and take this corpse with you.
Alright. Does that go to, pick up the body?
He flops around as you pick him up.
Goes limp in your arms.
Having gone completely limp, yes.
Gas is released from its body.
Woo!
corpse.
And then I walk off the ship.
All right.
The chickens really do. This is the chunky Garo we captured.
Wooing
So that's
ensues.
Okay, cool. Continue. You guys are now all disembarked.
okay.
You're not bringing that with you, are you?
I sure hope not. Shayla just runs fucking past to the boathouse.
Meow.
So, were you gonna say something or
No, no.
no? So, Angel, you said that the first person to pop up in your world was an album or was a strange woman, correct?
Angela goes to start talking. Reade holds up his paw. Let's not do this here. Follow me back to the barracks.
Where's Levy?
Levy is also here, but there's like a million tokens. You guys are gonna be on this map for like 2 minutes.
More tokens. More tokens.
I want them all. I want the
So
entire town.
Reade is beckoning you guys to follow him back to his barracks. Who is going with
Before
him?
that, what are we
I'll
gonna
go.
do with that? And Moscow points to the corpse that Kent is lugging around.
Reade, is there an infirmary nearby?
An
And
infirmary.
look at Kent. You killed him. He is dead. It is
Sorry,
a dead body. What is an infirmary going to do?
If
Sorry,
you
I
say,
thought
I
I was
imagine
meaning the word for like where they're disposed of.
Yeah,
it'd be safer to
morgue.
keep him in the morgue, considering he counts as evidence for this current fucking thing that's going on.
How would his body count as evidence? He's already wearing like the standard uniform that we already have enough of.
You probe his brain using magic and look through his memories.
You have the magic that can do that, Kuzo?
I don't, but I imagine someone in the Rune Guard does.
Reade, is this true?
He shakes his head.
What the fuck
Or
are you
mage
guys
skill?
talking about?
I don't know. Just,
Actually, yes. Do take it to the morgue. I could probably talk with the Mages Guild and see if we could come up with something for that. I have been meaning to go over there.
okay, well, let's head back to the barracks.
The issue here is transporting a corpse through the city.
Ryoso's going to cast Minor Illusion on it and just make it look like a large sack of potatoes.
Yep. Okay.
Definitely not suspicious at all.
Nope. We went potato farming. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, so then Reade leads you to the morgue, I guess.
With a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
Yep.
We're gonna leave the sack of potatoes here. Don't mess with it.
I have now lost a token.
Let's
Not really
Minus
sure
one
how.
token.
I don't know what happened there, but one of my tokens vanished.
Which one are you missing?
2 tokens are still back at the boathouse.
Did I only have 2 tokens? Yeah, okay, no, that works out. Never mind, we're good.
You never brought out Levy.
Yeah.
I also didn't bring out Krez.
Oh shit,
That-
yeah, we have Krez.
I
we
have
have-
them. I have them preloaded in the place where they need to be. So I'm not gonna bother moving around a million tokens.
Alrighty.
Okay, give me a second while I figure out where I would put a morgue.
Probably near the barracks. In the barracks.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to put it in the barracks. I don't have the Healer's Guild anymore.
They have a guild for disposing of dead bodies?
No, they have the Healer's Guild, which was a hospital.
That sounds like an amazing guild. I want to be part of the dead body removal guild.
Cleanup crew.
Cleanup crew.
Maintenance.
Right, Cole?
Clean up crew.
Cleanup crew.
I still remember the tomahawk bomb into the fucking riot
Riot
shield and run.
yeah.
That was good times.
I still remember the hide and seek games we played.
Ah! God,
The seeker to be stealthed.
God damn it.
Alrighty. So he leads you into a small chamber on the side of the barracks. It's like a cellar door. As you open it, you go down the stairs, and it leads you down into a very, very like cold room with a long line of like metal tables. Many of them have bodies with sheets over them. He gestures to Ken to put him down on one of the empty tables.
Oh yes, it's a perfect storage place for our sack of potatoes.
I mean, it's a cold place. Definitely.
I placed the body on the table.
You
Hay
mean
table?
potatoes?
Make sure you dispel that illusion.
Yeah. Just imagine someone goes to open the bag of potatoes.
Oh God.
Yeah. Ryozo will now dispel the illusion.
Alrighty. An illusion dispels, and before you is a limp corpse of a Garo. Reade gives you a nod and gestures to exit the morgue.
Wait. Before we leave, I would like to take his uniform and emblem.
Off the Garo?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't leave proof that they were in the Garo.
Okay, yeah, you take his uniform and his emblem.
I'd also like to draw a small X near their armpit.
Okay. With what?
Ryozo will lend Moscow a bit of ink.
Charcoal.
A magically conjured Sharpie. Okay.
No, Ryozo has an actual vial of ink.
Yep, you draw a little X
Okay.
under. Which armpit did you put it under?
Right, I guess.
Okay.
Now we can leave.
Alright, so from this Garo, you have looted collectively 4 fingernails, the emblem, and the rope.
I definitely did not keep their fingernails.
Why not? Add them to your collection.
The fact
Afternoons.
that I have to answer that question already terrifies me.
Keep them as an
Terrifies
afternoon
you!
snack.
You were the one that did it!
keep them as
You want faith.
keep them as an afternoon snack when you
No,
feel the
keep them
need
as
for
a
some
fucking
chips.
Keep them as a memento.
I just want to say,
Momentum.
we have it on record that Moscow keeps a bag of ears.
Yeah.
My fingernails are too far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
fingernails
you-
where she draws the line.
I really hope people ask about that.
Alrighty, so he gestures you.
No,
follow.
but I really hope someone asks about everything that played out there.
So he gestures you guys to follow him, and you enter the barracks.
Oh, cool.
Upon entering the barracks, you kind of hear the other room guards muttering to each other as this group of people enters in.
Mutter.
Does anyone want to attempt to perceive what they're saying?
I got a passive of 17.
Good question. Are we on? Is there a barracks map or no?
There is, but I'm not
okay.
putting you on it yet.
Okay.
I
Sure,
also have a passive of 17.
I have a passive of 11, so I'm not here. I'm not able to hear shit.
You can roll for it if you'd like.
I'll try.
You rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, Ken up here with the big numbers.
Okay.
It's literally
Is 17 enough, or did you want me to roll?
17's good.
Okay.
I'm
Y'all
trying to think
just
how
moved.
does you guys all learn. You guys all learn different things, so I'm just gonna send Cole away. I'm gonna go.
Michael?
Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Cole, get it. I'm gonna banish Cole. This is unfortunate.
Michael.
I get the feeling the information we're about to learn concerns him the most.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you guys are moving through the barracks, following Reade to the far back. You kind of hear them mutter to each other, "Shh, it's Captain Reade." You hear another one saying, "Great, Reade brought more people to question about his outlandish conspiracy theories." A different one, "He's a mongrel like those Cretans in Darkstone. How is he our captain?" And why did Captain Vesta name him as our successor? Or as his successor, sorry. And the last one that you hear, that you're able to make out, is Lord Argos is going to try and remove him now that he's a duke. And I bring Cole back.
Oh, hi, Cole.
Wow,
you guys,
all of that was about Cole's backstory. I can't believe it.
Jesus Christ.
And
not spilling any of it.
you end up climbing. You all read up some stairs and into his office.
We did it. We made it to his office without dying.
That's the game plan.
What the hell is going on with this map? What the fuck? Let me reload real quick.
I think he just walked through the wall. Okay.
Rio's always just going to come sit on the table here.
That's not a table. That's a pillar
chair.
going into the ceiling.
Ah,
I'm gonna sit on this pillar going into the
we're going
ceiling.
to phase into it and just chill.
You would die instantly if that happened.
Then we will sit on the rug.
Okay.
Here we go, nice and fixed.
Reade gets mad because it's a fancy, expensive rug.
Charges at you, multi-strike.
You're shedding all over my rug.
That's a
an
good question,
import.
actually. Would Ryoso shed?
He has
He's-
fur,
he-
absolutely.
Not all
wearing-
furred creatures shed.
Fox is shed.
He is wearing a robe and chainmail. I don't think there's much going to get out if he does.
Head shape or head shavings, not shavings, shedding.
It'll work. For now, I guess. So, let me jump over here. As you enter the Reed's office, you see that there is another Dragonborn here. Ken, you recognize who you're looking at? So as you get, Reed is the last one to enter the office, and he closes and locks the door that I forgot to put in.
Ah,
Alright, just throw up a line of sight barrier. There you go.
There now there's a door here. And he gives the mage in the center of the room a quick nod, and you see the mage. He holds his hand up to the door and then clenches his fist. And in front of the door, a small rune appears. This'll work.
Glancing over at the room, do I recognize anything about it?
yeah, there's a passive arcana of 27. What can I get from that?
You don't have a passive arcana of 27.
I do. If it's 10 plus skill, I have a passive arcana of 27.
It'd be 10 plus whatever the modifier is.
Yeah, 17.
No. What's your intellect modifier? It's 4.
That's what Aiden was telling me.
Isn't it?
It
It's
is
10
what
plus...
you're. It is. His passive arcana would be 10 plus his arcana.
Isn't it plus the skill that makes up the stat?
No, it's plus the skill itself.
Where's passive arcana?
Passive perception is 10 plus your perception, which means everything else is treated the exact same way.
Is that? I could have swore it was plus the skill.
It is plus the skill.
Or plus the stat, sorry.
Well, if that's the case, how are we getting a passive perception of 17 and our perception isn't 7?
You don't have.
I have a perception of 7 and a passive perception of 17.
Okay, that may be a bad example. I'm talking about like the
My
wisdom.
wisdom is
modifiers.
3.
Yeah, our wisdom modifiers aren't 7.
What would a stat score of 15? What does that give you? 3?
Yeah. Yes. No. 16
No.
gives you 3. 16 gives you 3.
Okay, so
Right,
that'd be
right.
4 or 2.
Yeah, 2.
That's my testing character.
The reason why it's your stat is because you can be the reason why it's
Yeah, I
your
got it. I
skill
got it.
is
I understand.
because of proficiency.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is a rune of silence, and it's blocking any sound passing in or out past through. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It stops all sound from passing through it.
All right.
Similar to silence, but this is more localized.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Okay, wait for him. So after the mage casts a spell, Reade tosses the manacles back. He also gestures to all of you to collect the manacles that he gave you.
And Ryozo will take his off and hand him to the mage.
Are
I
you
put
still
mine
wearing
on
your
me.
Uh,
Mine were put onto the Garo, so
No.
Oh, okay.
unless we took them off of the Garo, they're still on the Garo.
You said you took his outfit, so
I'm gonna say you also took them back. Oh, you took his outfit. I assume your
I will give him
intention
my
was to make.
manacles.
I'm assuming your intention was to make his body inconspicuous.
Yes.
Yeah, so you give him back the manacles, and he tosses all
Generic dead hell.
tosses the manacles back to the mage. The mage catches them. Here are your manacles, Khadgar. Was the command word really necessary? Okay, I'm going to have to do this a certain way so you know who's talking. Ha! But of course, old friend. How else would we ensure that the manacles would only work for you? Ah. And then Reade just gestures over to the chairs for you guys to have a seat.
Ryozo is not going to have a seat. Ryozo is just going to sit on the carpet.
A lot of things happened at the Seagate and on the ship ride back. And you want me to cross-reference your findings with the Grand Library. Yes, we uncovered a lot. What we discuss in this room today is to never leave the mouths of those here today. Well, those here now, I should say. The Eastern Seagate was being used as a ritual ground by the Garo. We found this lizard folk badly beaten in one of the side chambers. We don't know his name, and he has not spoken a word since we rescued him. The lizard folk kind of just gives a nod. Next we encountered Lilitha. No. I remember her. I found an alternative way into Lord Tenzeroth's domicile during my, as she glances over to Ryozo and Ken, investigation. I found a strange crystal, and then the next thing I knew, I was standing before her. And then, I'm here. She's alive, and she's allied with the Garo. As you see Scotty, she kind of stiffens herself and like turns her head away. Oh, clearly fighting back tears.
Wait, one sec. I'm gonna take my earpiece out and put it in Krez's ear.
Oh, that would work.
And then I'll go back to leaning it against the pillar.
Chris, finally, I can speak.
Do you have one like? Do you have your like? I'm assuming you have your back against the pillar, your arms folded, one leg is like also up on the pillar.
Yeah, the classic edgy pose.
Yeah. Okay. She's become a shadow mage. On top of that, Kuzo here tried to incapacitate her, but was unsuccessful. The moment she lost consciousness, she was pulled into the shadows, and we couldn't stop her. The shadows sounds like void magic, a very, very dangerous magic to tamper with. There's a reason I outlawed it in the Mages Guild. Using that magic tears your spirit apart. Even Calderon was said to have gone mad from the void, and that's why he's vanished. Can you get your mages to research a way to counter the void magic? I'll see what I can do about it, Reade, but as I said, void magic is an outlawed practice in the guild. This research would have to be done in secret.
Perhaps
So next,
I could be of some service.
go on.
I have been looking into it myself. I did not know that it had been outlawed. I have tampered with it on one occasion and found it to be very, very destructive.
You've tampered with void magic?
It was quite the accident, I assure you.
Where? When did this happen?
This can be talked later. I plan on visiting the college or
Mages.
the guild soon.
This is the best chance to talk about it now without prying ears.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, it was in the Forest of Spirits.
See? I told you they were suspicious.
Yes, we are. But what the fuck?
What?
You could have talked with me, first of all, instead of listening to whatever the fucking Waira said. Jeez. I read through the fucking notebook, and Ryozo is going to open his void storage and just throw the book at her. And what
You're
the
throwing
fuck?
you're throwing her book or your book?
Her book.
When did you take her book?
Whatever.
He had
whatever
it
Reade
in
gave
void
to us.
storage since Reade handed it over.
Yeah, since Reade gave it to us.
He didn't give it to you. He was letting you look at it. You stole
Yeah,
it.
well then they stole it from him.
No one ever said anything. Ryozo just opened it in front of everybody and dropped it in. Nobody said a word. Not a
Yeah,
soul.
it was never like
It was never
asked
contested.
back for.
Yeah,
No
Shit.
one ever contested it, so I thought it was fine.
I thought when you said you were opening the void search and putting your book, you were putting your book in it because
I
you were
didn't
said
say
you
my book.
you said you were
said
writing
Levy.
stuff from Levy's book into your book.
I did say that, but 5 minutes is not enough to copy the entire damn thing over.
Don't expect me to assume that. Fuck. I thought
I
did whatever.
I myself, I didn't say mine. I never said it once mine. I just said I was going to copy it later over to mine.
Whatever.
Ryozo, can you get to the point?
Well, yeah, the point is at least talk to me next time. Not a big deal.
I don't understand.
Anyway, in the Forest of Spirits, there's a bunch of resonant mana left over, a bunch of energy still there from a few different sources, and I messed around with it, and it turns out to be just unstable, to say the least.
unstable.
Very unstable.
You're tapping into just energy just laying around and unstable.
Yeah, just remnant magic.
But that's what you used to guide us through there, wasn't it?
That's not the kind that I used to guide you through. No,
Remnant
was-
magic shouldn't be just lingering about like that in the forest. Just
But it
without
is.
To
without
clarify,
a source.
to clarify, Ryozo, the magic that you used to guide them through the forest, like the
Yeah.
trail that you followed, was the same
Yeah.
trail. Or no, you tapped into two variants of magic.
Yeah.
So you did tap into that magic.
Yeah, I tapped into both.
Yeah. Okay.
During my investigation there.
Okay. Continue.
Tapping into just magic just sitting around like that should not just be sticking around that long. It should have dissipated after a short period of time.
All I know, it was there, and I wanted to see why.
That means there's an active source in that forest pumping
Exactly.
that energy out.
I know. That's what do you think I went there for so long? not to mention the entire ancient dungeon. Not to mention that, just out of character.
Let's try to stay in character here.
Yeah, sorry, but I found a few things, and I messed with them, and I shouldn't have, but I fixed everything in the end. Why is Kuzo unconscious?
He's not. He's meditating, or he's in
Oh,
a meditative pose.
He's sleepy.
I'm not fully meditating.
Yeah, I know. I can read.
Yeah.
But that is what happened.
What were the results of you tapping into this magic?
Highly volatile. I casted a basic fireball with it, just trying to see what would happen. The entire thing doubled in size and was disintegrated trees. Just disintegrated them.
You tapped into the ley line.
I don't think there's a ley line in the Forest of Spirits.
You had to tap into something. That's the only thing I can think of that could amplify your magic up to that scale.
Well, look,
Just
it's there. It was there. I tapped into it to find out what it was. If it was a ley line, I would assume it'd be much harder to tap into. The reason why the Garo are doing the rituals is to tap into it. I just went in there and did it.
What you are describing is like Archmage level. I'm an Archmage, and even I can't tap into the ley lines. To wield the power of a ley line would be
I didn't say it was a ley line. I don't know if it is or not.
a devastating toll on the body.
But it is present there.
What kind of damage was caused by your fireball then? If it doubled in size, was it just fire? Surely not.
No. From what I've been encountering, those little creatures with the mask, right, Ken? Those are from the Shadowlands, right?
We believe. We don't have any proof.
Whenever I was messing around with it, I opened some sort of rift. And those things came crawling out. Then is whenever I casted the fireball. It torched those things. They did not stand a chance against it. I cast it, they blew up, everything was set on fire. Or no, it made that thing bigger. And then tapping into some other magic I found there, I altered it in some way to make it back to fire and then put the whole thing out and left.
Khadgar approaches you. This emblem on your forehead. What is this?
That I cannot explain right now. I am keeping it for the safety of my friends.
I look up and actually pay attention.
Hold on, Cole. See? I told you he's suspicious.
Yeah, but you never talked to me. All you talked to was my friends. Nothing to me.
You were also sound asleep.
You know, how easy it is to wake somebody up? Yeah, you didn't do that.
Yes, because I'm gonna go ask the leader of the people I'm investigating for answers.
That's usually the best way to go about it.
Well, she suspected us to be the Garo, Ryozo. Cut her some slack.
I'm cutting her some slack, but she didn't have to send someone to fucking arrest us.
I didn't send anybody to arrest you.
Then who did?
Nobody
Look over
actually
toward-
sent us to arrest you. We
Then how? Then what?
we
then why did you
located
show
her.
up with armed guard with that?
We located her journal, and her journal mentioned you folks.
All right. That's fair. Okay. My apologies.
Considering that Levy here was supposed to be on a 1 week mission, and she was gone for 6 months. I've been gone for 6 months.
For the third time, yes.
Fang said that too. I can't fathom that.
Perception of time, it seems to be a little warped somehow. Were you near any sort of gravitational spells at all recently, or?
Not that I know
I-
of.
'Cause I remember hearing some stories of fellow students at the academy messing around with gravity magic and end up warping their own sense of time, so they thought one day was about 1 week. Oh.
No, this was an effect from the temple in Darkholm
Hmm?
that we
Hmm?
explored before we met you.
Temple in Dark?
The
We-
ancient fortress.
We entered a tournament like style. I won't even know how to describe it, but Levy
a
was one of the
trial.
participants.
I remember
When we
that.
entered,
You guys like teleported in somehow.
you were frozen to us in stasis of some sort. And then you began moving when it was your turn to fight the golem.
Time stop magic. Or time magic.
Time magic.
Chronomancy, by another word.
Yes, chronomancy. There's only one creature in this world that I could think that has that kind of power.
Look towards Adgar, was it? Who do you think has it?
Skiadrum.
Can we get some nameplates out here?
Oh yeah, I guess you guys don't have nameplates. Whose nameplates can't you see?
I can see Khadgar and Reade.
I can't
Yeah,
see.
I can't see Levy's, or not Levy, but Scotty and this guy and the angle.
What angle? What?
Angela.
Oh, okay.
Angela the angle.
Peach.
Yeah, everyone who should be able to see the nameplates of all the characters whose names you know.
Everybody except the guy who can't speak.
Yeah.
Right.
Of the names you know.
Okay. Skiadrum.
I will say that his magic was very present in the forest, and that is how I found one of the way in.
You know Skiadrum's magic? What?
His type,
His
spatial.
spatial. Interesting.
Spatial magic is an incredibly volatile and complex magic. For anyone to be able to use it without just utterly destroying themselves is a feat in of itself.
But that is how I believe. I tapped into the remnants of whatever it was that was there and put out. That's how I turned that portal into fucking fire and then doused it before everything went up into flames.
Dareth, you gotta do something about that wind tunnel sound.
Yeah, that's the wind tunnel's getting worse.
Better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, better.
Awesome.
Fuck off, Mary. That wasn't my bot doing that.
I'm just looking at the chat bubbles or the who's chatting.
Loreki doesn't even have a mic. It's
Well,
digital.
that's what
it's a virtual
that's what
drive.
it sounded like, and I saw that Loreki's thing was beeping.
Didn't even. Anyway,
Is his thing turning on and off?
Yo, turn up your threshold.
yeah, turn up your threshold, Zaroth.
Turn mine up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the fan is getting picked up.
It's not a fan, it's the wind. He's outside.
No, it is my fan.
Okay, he has a fan in his van.
Yeah. And you want to turn my threshold up?
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
have
so-
to talk louder for your microphone to pick you up, but
is
it'll.
this good?
Yeah, sounds better. It's not. We don't hear random warping noises.
Alrighty, awesome.
God damn it.
Happening again?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, how's that?
I think right now it's currently doing it like right when the fan isn't blowing directly at your mic.
No, the fan is blowing directly at me because it's hot. How is that? Is that better?
Yeah, it sounds good. I don't hear it
Yeah.
anymore. All right. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
All right, where were
So okay, so you tapped into Skiatrum's, or you?
I tapped into remnant spatial magic left in the area.
which is magic that exists solely at Skiadron's beck and call.
All I can say is that it was there, and I tapped into it.
That's impressive. You actually managed to do that without tearing yourself apart.
It's more impressive that he's alive. Yeah. To be like just at all.
I once heard a tale that the last mage that tried to do it once ended up turning himself into spaghetti. Just noodles everywhere. Yeah. Just using
Noodles.
Yes. Like
You know, I think I'm glad not to be spaghetti.
yeah, it's yeah. Anyways, where were we? The conversation drifted off. We were going over what was going on the mission. Yep. Welcome back. Where were we again on the conversation before we went off on this?
The next matter at hand is you. This one here.
All right.
This elven woman? She's not
That's-
merely an elf.
Riozo is just going to do air quotes.
Angelique.
Now I have to think about how to do this because there's not enough earpieces.
She.
Question for Angela.
Edgar could just have more on hand.
Oh, well, hold on a minute. No, you're right. No. Never mind. Because I don't want to explode. Never mind.
Okay.
I was going to let Angela read the book with me, and then I remembered what happened.
Okay.
I was going to see if that language in there is the one that she understands.
It's not.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. I need to think here. She does not appear to be able to speak our language. But those earpieces that you gave us allowed her to translate what she was saying. She did something to it and was able to translate what she was saying to the rest of us. But only those of us that were wearing the earpieces were able to hear her. I see. Do you have that earpiece still? She would
She's
still
currently
have it.
wearing it. She's currently wearing it.
Garo is going to approach, and he's going to take the earpiece right off of her. And he kind of leaves for a second and goes over here. You guys kind of hear him start muttering to himself.
17 passive, Kitch, what are you saying?
No.
I'm gonna roll a perception, try to listen what he's muttering. Nope.
No.
Riozo's then going to mind his own business and not make a roll.
I guess we'll have to wait till Khadgar's done doing what he's doing over there. I guess let's address the elephant in the room here. Scotty. Yes. What are you? What do you mean, what am I?
You have no recollection of what happened after you went unconscious.
I remember I got hit and then waking up on the boat. I still feel pretty groggy too.
So...
Possession? Maybe?
So, who wants to be the one to say it? All right. Well, you went down. You fell unconscious, and the next thing we know is something has, best as I can put it, altered you, and you were back up and fighting. But what was it that she looked like during that?
Here, hold on a sec. I'll just post it in Discord.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna change the file name.
Alright.
She looks like that. Scotty looks different. I'll put up her portrait too for comparison.
All I can say is you and a water elemental shared extreme similarities. Except it was a person, I think.
I'm not sure it was a water elemental.
It was a humanoid.
Yeah, a humanoid that shared
kind of looked a little bit like I do with the horns and draconic
Was a
bits.
biped.
Yeah, it was. I'm just gonna make a minor illusion of it because fuck it, I'm not going to continue to fumble.
Give me history. See if you can remember what she looked like.
All right. Let me go to my character sheet. Maybe. And roll a history. 11.
You conjured the illusion, but it doesn't quite look the same.
It doesn't have it. Is it at least similar?
It looks like Scotty with like weird horns.
All right, that'll work for now. Very, very much like that.
Scotty kind of, her eyes widen and she kind of grows silent. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna roll inside to see if she's lying. Oof.
She looks like she's telling the truth.
You grew horns and sprayed water on everything.
You nearly blasted me to death with thousands of pounds of water to the face.
Just side note, I want to point out during that encounter, I actually forgot the Darkness had primal immunity, so I did that, and like, all she achieved was just destroying Cole.
Yeah. Fucking Cole died.
No, I was one health. I lived with one health during that.
Cole, you got fucking obliterated. And that was the only thing that happened. Like, she was at least trying to do some damage to the Dark. And all I did was just kill Cole. It's still really funny.
It is hilarious.
It's what happens when a water type goes up against a fire type.
No,
you mean
what happens? This is what happens when a water type goes up against a type that's immune to water, and then the attack just goes past the creature immune with water, and hits the creature behind it. Oh man. Anyways.
When you were... What were you saying?
I don't think I have that much power. I'm just a bard.
As far as you know, or as far as you're letting on.
She goes quiet once more. She takes a step back.
Great, now Ryozo has to go hang himself. BRB.
Okay.
Whatever you have, you hit with the force of literally almost dropping an entire ocean on me in an effort to try to attack one of the Dark Knights. Or Dark Knights, or whatever they were. Like, it bounced off of it and then hit me, which... Ow! Just... Ow!
You really put out his fire.
I'm sorry if I did that, but I don't remember any of this happening. She looks like her eyes again widening. She's kind of making darting glances at the rest of the party and all the NPCs present.
Ease up, ease up. Relax. Just... So if you don't remember it, then... I mean, something's up.
Scotty,
You don't think...
what's going on? Why are you acting this way? This is not like you. She doesn't say anything and just takes another step back.
Who said that? Who asked you that question?
Reade.
could possibly find out, but, you know, only with Scotty's willingness.
This is getting
There is
nowhere.
someone we are looking for, Scotty. If there's anything that you could help us with, would be greatly appreciated.
We won't be mad. It was a lot of help.
Who are you looking for?
Well, honestly, that thing that happened with you. That is what we're referring to.
She looks kind of alarmed, but also confused. Also, the DM looks confused.
We are looking to aid this person. The person that you possibly became. We only ask if you could give us any more information, if you have any. We just want to help.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ryozo's going to take out his notebook once more and write something and then show it to Kend.
Okay.
You can go ahead and keep talking while I'm actually writing. It's not going to change much.
Scotty, whatever you turned into, whatever that creature was, it wasn't you. It took on your body and it mentioned something about that you already know that you can't sustain its power for very long. She goes quiet again. Makes darting glances to everybody.
We're not here to cause you ill will, if that's what you think.
Except for Moss, who's currently behind a pillar. And probably Kend also, who's like also angled behind the pillar.
Either way, we still don't cause you any ill will. We just are very curious to what is going on. It could potentially be quite a bit of help to us.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I have no ideas.
Hello, wizard Harry.
I have a question, Scotty. What does the name Celestia mean to you?
Celestia is the mistress of the sea. She protects the people of this province. And despite the fact that there's the citizens of this province that dirty her name and sully her name, they don't understand her and don't understand why she does the things she does.
So you do?
She grows silent.
Would you believe us if we said that that is why we are asking you these questions? Because we are trying to find Celestia? She saved our lives in that encounter.
Turn
And
to Ken and look. You
that
think that's
and-
Celestia?
That and, if it was, that and Shinzaroth has sent us here to possibly help. Reade can attest to that.
Did Tenseroth send you there? I don't think Tenseroth's the one that sent you there.
Yeah, he
No.
sent us he didn't send us the Zornakov to help out.
No.
No.
Tenseroth
then
just
never-
vouched for who you were.
Then never mind. Ignore me. I am just a.
You're
Uh,
going off of the Ascari's like lifelong mission to like help protect the
No,
dragons.
he's not.
I'm just.
Ryozo-
The reason why you
Size in
Retcon-
DM.
Retcon those last couple seconds in universe.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Ryozo is half right. Someone did send you guys here. Ryozo knows who it was. It wasn't Tenzeroth, though.
Oh, fuck, never mind. Yeah. Fuck.
Alternate.
Yeah,
Anyway,
my bad.
Anyway,
My bad.
going back a couple seconds. Alternate theory right now that I have is you might have a second personality in your head. You said you're bard by night, right? Or normal by day, right?
Yes, and by night, last I
And by
checked.
Day.
Well, no, okay. Well, I'm using it as an example.
Bard by day, demigod by night.
I have a theory that you might have another personality locked away that has access to magic you didn't realize you had.
You guys can clearly see that she's like getting increasingly more stressed.
All right.
Relax,
I'd
relax.
like to approach Scotty. Just stand right here. May I?
She takes
try
a step back. No, stay back.
Ryozo is going to hold up his hands. Can I try one thing?
She backs up further.
Ryozo will take a step back.
Okay, everyone, calm down.
Ryozo,
Everyone, relax.
I'm
Ryozo, give me a second.
bad.
I have a better idea. Standing
Alright.
beside Ryozo, I pull out my old Iskari shield. And I set it down in front of me, like leaning against me, showing her the emblem on the front.
Okay. Is there anything else you're doing?
I was just gonna ask her some questions.
Okay. So as you put it down, she sees your shield, and you guys see she widens her eyes again and looks kind of stunned, and she turns her head away from you, and you hear sounds like she's muttering something.
Ryozo's
and
gonna nod to Kend.
First, look at the shield, the emblem on the shield.
I see you moving around, so I'm gonna assume that you're not sitting down anymore.
Nope, I'm getting up and moving over here. I'm taking a look at the emblem on the shield first. Interesting emblem. And quickly gonna roll an arcana and look at the emblem, see if it has any magic in it.
No.
Ryozo's going to cast Prestidigitation, put up a minor of illusion. It's now a straight bar.
What?
You're censoring the shield.
What? Ryozo, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah. So you go to examine the shield, you're trying to see if there's any kind of traces or see if it looks like anything that would be used in magic or anything magically related. And then you see Ryozo very clearly cast minor illusion and put up a black bar to block your view of it.
Oh, no, I was actually keeping the same color of the shield and just making it look like, the corporal's bars. It's just it's just a long rectangle.
I don't.
Oh,
understand.
like the military rank icon?
Yeah, just a military rank icon.
Yeah, so you're just putting rectangles on it.
Oh, you're putting like chevrons.
Yeah, I am taking
Like
away
this?
the shape. Yeah.
Like that?
No,
No, they aren't chevrons. They're like
No.
vertical bars.
fuck. It's just a bar that sort of looks like an eye.
This or something.
What?
Hold on a minute.
Just draw it for me, Ryozo.
I'm trying to find something. Yeah, here we go. It is going to be in general chat.
Okay.
Just that. Just literally just that.
Is your objective to hide the emblem on the shield?
Yes.
Okay. It's just so we're clear, you understand that she's already seen it.
Oh, I don't care if she's seen it.
Okay.
Prove that.
that she's already seen it?
Yeah.
Yes, because she already reacted to him putting the shield down.
Yeah, I don't care if she's seen it. That's not the problem.
So you're trying to hide it from Kuzo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it for a second. Did I see it enough to memorize it at all?
Not
That
enough
way
to memorize it, but you did see that the when you looked at it, you saw it morph into just a blank bar.
Did I? Actually, I was gonna say, like, could I roll history to see if I did memorize it, or
No, because you didn't see it long enough. It was like a split second.
Hmm.
It was like one of those
Because it-
situations where you'd have to do like a double take to see what it was, but on the second take, it turned into this weird looking bar.
I glance over at Rizzo. Okay.
Okay, so no one.
I was gonna do something else, but I completely forgot because we got distracted with describing what the sensor bar looks like.
Okay. So yeah, so she steps away and she's muttering something to herself. She's kind of she's kind of like you know, like when you cough with your elbow. She's kind of doing that, but has like her shoulders. She's kind of twisted away from you.
Ryozo is going to is just going to. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Oh no! How do I delete?
I'll delete it.
Ryozo's just going to go sit in the chair.
So did that symbol mean anything to you, Scotty?
She hesitates, goes silent for a bit, shakes her head. No.
You hesitated for a moment there. If that other side of you is who we think it is, they would know what this emblem means. And that we mean you no harm.
Ryozo is just going to say something in Ascari. We have come to help.
She kind of just looks at you confused.
What's everybody else's reaction to that?
Worth a shot.
Everyone was looking at him confused.
And I have no idea what he was saying because I already coughed up my earpiece.
You didn't what?
The
I
earpiece
handed
is
my
so-
earpiece to Kruz.
Yeah, but the earpiece doesn't translate every language.
Yeah.
And this conversation is happening like vocally.
Yeah.
But he was meaning in the like it would translate.
Oh, I assume. Oh, yeah.
Isn't it like comprehend language?
No. It comprehended one language specifically.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ken, you understand what he's saying, but Kuzo and Moscow, Reade, Angela, Levy, and the Lizard Folk, and Scotty, and Khadgar have no idea what the fuck you just said.
Reason can't know what they said.
So she's looking at you confused.
I stand up and put the shield on my back. That's all.
Are you saying that's all, or are you telling me that's all?
Ryozo will then say, Skia Drum has sent me to aid Celestia. Has sent us. Can you... In Ascari, obviously.
She just looks at you even more. Everyone's looking at you more confused.
Ken would hear that, though.
Ken heard that, yeah.
Yeah. Ryozo will
Levy,
then just...
What's wrong with him? Is he having a stroke?
I turn to Levy.
Very slightly. Very slightly.
I turn to Levy. I give her a look of, maybe. I do.
It's called an aneurysm, actually.
Give him a bit of that crazy
It's actually called an aneurysm.
Okay, I think that should do it. And you see Khadgar, he takes the crystalline earpiece and smashes it on the ground. And from it, it emits a small, it's a small burst of magic, just outward, enough to fill the room.
That was loud.
That was loud. I forgot to turn down the VFX sound. Or the SFX sound. Or slider. Okay. This should translate everything everyone says in this room into the same language. Into common for us.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Khadgar. So, Angela, I throw the same question to you now. Who or what are you? My name is Avison. She's looking around, trying to see if anyone's like actually reacting to her talking.
Ryozo is just going to nod.
I give a thumbs up.
1 second, let me flip people around here so everyone's facing the right direction. I should have spaced these pillars more apart, damn.
It's
Everyone gathers in a football huddle in the center of the room.
Yeah, my name is Avison. I am an angel who came here on the hunt for Zekai, one of my kin. He's been twisted by some unknown force. And I'm trying to stop him before he brings ruin to everybody. No one's got anything to say to that?
Well,
I
I
said
already-
everything that I needed to say about that. we had a
Didn't we
long
already cover this last session, though?
Yeah,
we had a long argument last session.
Yeah, this was the majority of the ending of the session, but
The only ones who wouldn't have heard that would be the Archmage, Levy, and Scotty.
in Lizard Folk.
Yeah, and those are folk.
No, Lizard Folk was there. He was never unconscious.
He didn't have an earpiece, though.
Oh, true.
Yeah. But then those are the only 4 people who would not have heard it.
Hmm.
You have mentioned that on the way back. But to the new ones here, would be new news.
What's an angel?
Oh yeah, Angel, you might want to
Who is
Take off
Zekai?
take off the illusion, show them, just because I think they'll answer their question before anything.
Take off what?
The illusion,
Of what?
the fact she's taken on the form of my mother.
Oh, right. Right.
Ah, yes. This form. She was a kind, but I guess aggressive woman that I met. I met her. She appeared in the light world, in my world. A lot of the castle soldiers were ready to kill her, and I guess you could say I provided some divine intervention.
How? You're saying she's still alive?
As of the time that I left my world and ended up here, yes.
I give a sigh of relief. Oh, to hear.
But I've also been in this world for what I assume is 6 months. I have no way of knowing if time flows here differently than in
That
our
sounds
world.
That sounds about right.
But yes, I will cast off my illusion if that is what you wish.
It might be better to show them. Goes into the wall.
I gotta switch tokens. Levy, whoa. That's interesting. What are you? We are angels. My enclave and I, we govern the laws that make up our world. It's not our place to intervene too much into the mortal lives of our citizens, but we are to make sure that our world doesn't come to ruin. At least that was the plan.
So what happened to the plan? I can only assume it's been altered greatly.
Yes, Zedekai, he somehow usurped his brother, and I'm not sure if he was twisted during that event or if he was twisted before. It is unlike Zedekai. He was always been a kind and passive soul.
Very kind. Ryozo will remark sarcastically. Well, does anyone else have anything to say?
So you say you are of your kin. So does that mean that you're in smaller numbers compared to the regular populace?
You gotta say that again. You were really, really muffled.
How many are you compared to the others that dwell in your world?
Are you asking her like how many angels are there, or are you asking how many? What's the population of the light
compared
world?
compared to the people in Light World? Because she said she was of a different like kin.
So you're asking how many angels there are?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what he was saying. He's
In comparison to the local populace, which she said she governs, watches over.
I don't understand the question.
He's
Okay,
asking. He's asking how many angels there are, and if all the populace that they govern over are angels.
Oh, okay. Uh, of the Enclave, there's 5 of us. Each one of us governs a set portion of of the populace. The populace consists of primarily humans, dwarves, gnomes, halflings.
dwarves, humans, knows half. What the? Oh boy.
What is a
Of
dwarf?
your enclave? Of your enclave, what do the angels govern? As you said, Zedekai was peace. What are the other 4?
There's Zedekai, who was the Archangel of Peace. He was easily the most powerful of all of us, despite his name. Uh, Adanakiel, who was the Angel of Justice. His job was to enforce the laws and rules that make up the world. Yusai, the Angel of Truth. She, similar to Adanakiel, she would always seek to find the truth. Her specialty was magic, governing the laws of magic. Then there was Judikai, who was the Archangel of War and the brother to Zedekai. And then there's myself.
And you are?
I am Avison, the Angel of Hope. Guess it's your nameplate, right?
So is
Yep.
going to go back to writing in his notebook.
Interesting. War, hope, peace, justice, and truth.
Truth.
All concepts of what makes up just a general human psyche, or no?
You don't know what a human is.
No, not human psyche. No, sorry. Just makes up the general laws of society or populations? Interesting. Hmm. Your kind governs concepts versus, but yet it has power over them. That's very different. I never heard of there being any sort of power in just a concept alone.
There's a lot of power in concepts, especially with the people who oversee them.
I guess so.
Such as I guess love would be a powerful concept. We give it power by I guess acknowledging it.
Upon saying that, you guys notice that Levy and Reade kind of glance at each other.
So going off this end, the fact that the concept of something that can be in a general psyche can mean it. I'm confused on just, oh god, how much power does he actually have? Peace is something everybody strives for. They all want peace in their own
Not
various
everybody.
Well, most people want no, not exactly. Most people want peace in their own way. Peace to some is no wars, no combat. Peace to others is stability. No need to worry about if you're gonna need to get food or not. Peace is just generally making terms with their worst enemy or with their most hated rivals in the past, but then realizing that the hate was for no reason. Peace can be finding stability and ensuring
I
don't
never
go
said
hungry.
that. I never said that. I never said any of that.
I
All
know,
I was referring to was there
I
are
know,
some out there who strive for chaos and not peace.
Well, depends on how you look at it. To them, yeah, it's chaos, but to them, it's bringing them peace of mind. So it still technically is peace.
Peace to them, but not to everyone else.
Yes,
That's
but
what
the
you
concept, yeah, peace. Overall, that is in every sentient being. Considering, oh boy. As I just sit down and just start racking my brain trying to process this, the fact that these concepts have beings to govern them. If anyone wants, I'm just gonna be sitting there just racking my brain on this. If anybody wants to go
Yep.
or say anything else.
I don't think there's much more to say.
You must be Kuzo. Alindra told me of you, of a son that she had.
Oh? Yes. That's...
She told me that you were quite gifted with magic, but you always sought to break the conformity that I guess is in your world of mages and how they are always very physically inept.
Yes, I did.
Wait, Alindra? That sounds familiar. Your name is Kuzo?
Yes.
Kuzo Vesta?
Indeed, it's me.
Were
It is I.
you the son of? God damn it! What was his name? Hold on a second. Were
I'm
you
pretty
the
sure
son
it
of
wasn't goddamn it,
Marduk?
what was his name?
What'd you say, Musa?
Nothing.
No one cares what
Okay.
Ryozo said.
Okay.
Uh,
Not even
Yes,
Ryuzo.
that was.
was
that
were
was-
you the son of Marduk?
Yes. That was my father.
Son of Marmaduke.
So, your father was our previous captain. I always what happened. I always wondered when you disappeared. I knew Marduk quite well. He voted me to be his successor, or had me become his successor when he passed away.
That reminds me of what we heard downstairs. I'm pretty sure you heard it too.
My quote unquote subordinates and their
Yeah.
insubordination.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot
I
of
just
there's a lot of unrest here. Many of the Rune Guard don't take kindly to me being the captain.
I'm sure my father chose a. After seeing you in combat, my father chose a definitely worthy successor. But they will learn. They're just easily dissuaded, it seems. From what I'm hearing. Just. I think. Yeah, I've been. For the past 6 years now, I think it's been. Wait, actually, has it been that? Yeah. I've been training in the Thunder Rock Mountains. In the monastery up there.
That would explain why you look so different. I didn't even recognize you.
My time up there has been painful, but it's trained my body enough, hopefully. Actually, not even enough. I say that. And I improve it in the past, day or couple days now. Proven to me that I still need to keep training. But I've been mixing my magic with physical martial arts to create new ways to actually cast, rather than the typical casting focus or staves or spell books.
That's quite interesting, young Kuzo. I'm sure as Marduk's son, you'll do quite well. And Reade, he puts his paw on your shoulder. And then steps back. Now there's another matter we have to deal with. And that is, is drawing. No, not that. What? Okay. That is Lilitha. So we gotta, why? What's her deal? Scotty, you seem to be particularly taken aback by her. Also, you seem to recognize who she was. Just from the tale of the royal family.
I have been paying attention to how you reacted in the Seagate. I don't think it was just a passing glance.
I distinctly remember you saying something about thinking she was dead. I remember you saying you thought she was dead.
And if she's part of the royal family and leading the Garo,
Fuck.
I think we I don't want to be the one to say it, but everyone here knows what I'm thinking.
Hold on. Wait. I may have just fucked up the whole session.
Oh no. Did
Oh,
you
no.
not? Were you muted?
No, I wasn't muted.
It just wasn't recording.
Can I retcon my entire life, please?
I made a mistake because there's a very specific way I had to run this. It's okay. think I may have fixed it. Okay, good. We're good. All right, continue.
Everybody knows what I'm thinking, but nobody here wants to say it, not including myself.
I'll say it. The Garo have control over the royal family.
Or something along those lines.
They've got the entire noble. They have the entire noble quarter locked down.
That's, you know,
They could be using the royal palace as a hideout.
and
And
that
it's
would also explain, I guess, why they can kidnap the townspeople without anyone really suspecting anything.
They don't. That would be impossible. No one can get in or out of the royal palace. It's being pulled into the ocean. Even
The
getting
ocean.
close, even getting close to that palace,
I
you
was-
would be certain death.
it's
I was
in the
referring to the noble district.
The noble district isn't locked down by the royal family. The noble district just has. There's just the nobles being, not presumptuous,
paranoid.
not paranoid. There's another word for it. It's like uptight,
Dickish.
not
Stuffy.
dickish.
Snobbish? No.
No, not snobbish. Whatever. It's just the nobles being possessive, I guess. Nobles are just being possessive, and they've locked down their district to the rest of the city. Only a select few can they allow through their gates.
Can you say that for certain?
A select few, allowing only a select few through the gates. Yeah, and then they allow certain
Can you say that
magic
for sure,
casters
Reade?
to open up.
Say what for sure? That they allow only a select few through the gates?
Oh no, that you know that they're not part of them. Can Reade say that for sure?
That who's not part of what?
The nobles
Noble.
aren't part of the Garo, or aren't being held captive or working for them, as no one sees them. But all they see is the food being delivered and people going in and out.
I guess I can't say for certain, but I know for sure even the Garo, as formidable as they are, getting to that palace through that torrent, they would never survive that.
Not the palace, the nobles.
No,
Yes, as I just said, I can't say for certain that that's the case, but the palace, absolutely not. There's no way.
being pulled into the ocean, but there could be a hidden. What's the possibility of there being some sort of like hidden noble passageway from the palace to the noble district underground or under the water?
Seeing as it's currently sinking, I would say that passage would be long gone.
The palace isn't actually like built on any kind of land. It's a structure created by the Mistress of the Sea, and it's held up by magic. There is no passageway in or out of the palace. The ideal way to get in there would be to use a boat and sail over to the passage and come back, or sail over to the gates to the palace and hope that the royal guard lets you in.
How many people have went in there? How did people get in before? Was there like a bridge?
I just told you they would sail to the palace and then come in through the gates.
It was just a question.
It's always.
I thought I assumed again that whenever it was rising up, everybody didn't just go into a boat to visit the palace.
Nope, that's how the palace has always operated.
Okay then.
At least for as long as I've been alive.
Whatever the case is, we know. What?
Sorry, you were saying something?
I was saying, whatever the case is, then we know they have influence somewhere higher up. If they've managed to operate this long. If they were just one small little ragtag group of crazed cultists, then they would have not been around this long. I'm sure that somebody, even if it's not the Royal Guard, a band of adventurers or people part of the guild would have found them.
told, when I say friend, that's not really our friend. It's one of them. The one that we questioned said that they were also in the ruins of Chizodia or something.
So,
So they're not.
Oh, you're talking
just
about
here.
the fucking guy you were torturing. Okay. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Ardu or Wayra, and I was like, wait, what?
No,
Yeah, me too.
no. The guy that we were torturing. I didn't want to say guy we were torturing because, well, there's people here who, we didn't know at the time.
so they're off on the. If they're in the ruins, then they must have. They must have some ship they're using to get in and out of the city, or at least the area of the city. Is there no way they could just go on just small boats alone?
To get in and out of Zorn Alcove?
Yeah, in general. Yeah.
But I don't understand what
Okay.
you're saying, Cole.
I'm saying, like, the fact that they're able to just exit and leave the area and go all over the place like this without being tracked in some way or leaving some sort of visible way they're traveling is suspicious.
I'm inclined to agree. But I have a theory that they've been here for a long time. Chozodia was said to be the home of the Garo, but it was blown up a long time ago.
How long ago?
About 6 months.
Everything seems to just be lining up about 6 months ago. This pattern is starting to get just a bit annoying.
Starting to get a little old. I agree.
Either we can, I was gonna say, like, either we start head to the ruins to try to see what's going down over there, or there's one more Seagate, isn't there? Like, it's the one that's floating.
How many Seagates are there?
As Reade opens his mouth to begin explaining, Scotty starts explaining instead. There are 3 sea gates. There's the Eastern Temple, where we went. There was the Sea Spire, which is to the west. And then there's the floating shrine. She kind of hesitates for a minute, to the south. That place wasn't always floating, though. It used to be in the water. And it's a large forested island.
How would one even begin to conceive to get up there without wings?
I have no idea.
Which is an impossible way. Could be a mage could try enhancing a fucking floating disc spell.
You're all missing it. You're all missing the most obvious point: teleportation.
You'd have to be able to get there to teleport there.
Get up there initially would be
Teleportation to the palace. Teleportation to the gates. Untraceable Garo. They're probably teleporting around.
They could possibly have a teleportation circle set up somewhere.
Edgar, is there a way for us to track any of that?
Track a teleportation spell? That shouldn't be too difficult. We have I'm sure we could build the device to track spatial magic.
And even if it isn't teleportation, they could be using ranged communication, similar to our earpieces.
Now that I think about it, maybe those discs. Ken, do you still have one of those discs that the Garo symbol or whatever it was?
Because they're very obviously not flying. We would see people flying to the palace.
I pull out the emblem I used that I showed the Garo previously to gain access into their.
You're presenting the Garo emblem,
Garo
Yeah.
emblem?
the almighty sensor bar.
Our Archmage,
Khadgar.
Hadgar.
Khadgar.
Would you look at this?
E.T. takes a look. Sure, takes a look at it. He holds it up. Yeah, are you're handing it to him? I assume.
Ken?
Yeah, sure. As I hold it out.
So he takes it into his hand, and it kind of glows. Or Khadgar, his hand starts to glow with a pinkish, bluish, purple kind of effect as the emblem lifts up, and it starts like turning, encased in like this kind of like almost like a magic bubble. And you see him, he like pulls the emblem apart into pieces, right? So you have the metal plate where the emblem was sitting on. Then you have the layer that was raised, that had like the little like spider leg finger looking things, and then there's the red gem. As he like turns his hand and rotates all three pieces simultaneously. The metal itself doesn't appear to be anything special, but this gem seems to have some kind of encryption on it.
Would there be a way that you could, I don't know, uncover it or something?
We could try and like figure out the secrets of this gem, but I'd have to return to the lab and do some research on it.
Myself, I don't see how that would hurt. Do you, Ken?
No, it's yours.
The only downside I could see to analyzing that heavier in the lab would be is if there's some sort of failsafe built into it to, I don't know, turn it against the person examining it, like blowing up or something. That's the only thing I could think of that'd be down doing.
Well, the Garo do pose a threat to our city, so it'll be a risk I have to take. I'll make sure none of the other mages catch wind of this, though. This will be a task I undergo.
Right.
But so as to not draw suspicion, because if anyone else sees the emblem, and if the Garo have truly infiltrated our city, then we need to hide it. So you see him, he like raises his other hand, and he moves it away, and pulls the other two pieces from the gem separate, and just like clenches his fist, and it just disintegrates. So yeah, this gem is what's important. So, and he's like kind of like holding it and looking it around. They're looking around at it. I'll make sure to investigate this, and I'll get back to you, Reade. Reade gives him a nod.
Well, what should our next task be, I guess?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes?
Who is this guy? Is this dude evil? Who is this dude? Why is she here? Who is this guy?
Okay,
What the hell is happening?
So, weren't listening, as figured. Seeing as I came with Reade to save you, I would hope I was not evil. That's Kuzo. That's an angel.
Hi, Kuzo
And
here.
that's a lizard man. Glad to catch you up.
Okay, Ryozo. I still don't understand. How did you get through the Forest of Spirits? And what happened to your other friend?
There is nothing that I can say to even begin to explain that to you without you becoming even more suspicious of me than you already are.
Of what? Explaining how you got to
The,
the Force of Spirits, or
Yes, the
what
Force of
happened
Spirits.
or
As
your
I have
friend?
said, I have followed the magic through. They don't believe that. Then I have to think of a lie to tell them that they would believe.
Oh, that's right. You did explain. You said you followed the magic through. Shit, I forgot about that.
Just keep it in Levy character.
But
She wasn't
the
listening
one-
all the way.
The one that said we were, quote, teleporting through the forest, unquote, is dead. He died trying to save Chins are off.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me see. I gotta come back through her books. God damn it, I had a whole thing for her too. Okay, so she just Reade. Reade, are you sure we can trust these guys? Well, they did aid me in finding you. That's the wrong layer, whoops. And he kind of gestures over to Ken. I've gone into combat with this one. Pointing over at Ken. Alright, if you trust them, then I will too. Well then, but this still begs the question. So what of the Raelix Wastelands? These two claim that they live there.
I have never
They
claimed that my
lived
entire
in
life.
Raelix Wastelands?
I have never claimed that my entire life.
They told me they lived in the wastelands.
I kick Rio's foot subtly.
Give me sleight of hand, see if you can do that. Well, it'd be sleight of foot, but give me sleight of hand.
All right, one roll of sleight of foot coming up.
I
Get it,
really want you to fail this.
Get sound effect of a stomp.
Rio's
You
just gonna
see-
be, don't kick me.
I'm gonna say 10's not enough to be subtle because everyone is standing here looking at you.
Damn it! I might as well just fall on my face.
No, Rio's just gonna say, don't kick me.
Oh, sorry. I kind of stumbled a bit.
He said while standing still.
All we can could manage to stumble while being perfectly still.
See, Reade, this is why I didn't trust them.
It's because he's very top heavy. Have you seen his mass?
Levy, I'm going to be honest. I don't believe they're competent enough for organized crime.
See, this one
Well,
gets it.
Moscow, you went with them. Do you trust them?
I don't know if I trust them, but I'm fairly certain that they can't pull off organized crime. They struggle to even exist in a battle.
To
We
even
can handle
exist
ourselves
in a
very
battle.
well, thank you, Moscow.
Yeah, we can call that handle yourselves very well.
And all you do is run, so...
Now Moscow hit and runs. There's a difference. Tactical running is actually a
I'm
viable
just
strategy.
saying. He wants to start throwing insults, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's better than standing there and letting yourself get hit by 3 whole spells.
And didn't you get hit by those same ones?
I got hit by a single spell.
Great. But anyway.
But surely you guys, she's addressing Reade in Moscow, surely you guys get the feeling that they're still hiding something from us.
They're definitely hiding something.
Yes,
they
we are
literally
hiding
told me
something.
that
Shut
they
up.
lived in the Raelix
Ryozo is going
Wastelands.
to say it. Yes, we're hiding something from you. Is that better? Is that what you wanted us to say?
What are you hiding from
Damn it,
us?
Ryozo.
Illusion, what are you hiding?
Fucking damn
Not
it,
everybody
Ryozo.
wants to tell everybody about their entire damn life. Right?
That's not the same as being an answering a question in an evasive way.
I didn't answer the question in an evasive way. I told you, yes, we are.
Not that you're. Oh my god. Kent, I think you might need to like just come clean with this, man. If we're gonna stop the Garo, we need to be a united front.
The only thing that's not uniting us is everyone asking us questions. You can see that you can trust us. Leave it at that.
We all answered each other's questions, perfectly honest. Hell, Avison over there answered questions that could put her at risk of danger if she said that to the wrong people, but
Rizo,
No.
Ken, you're the only ones keeping secrets right now.
yeah,
That and the lizard man over here who hasn't said a single word.
I don't actually wait. Can you even? I don't mean to be rude, but do you have damage to your vocal cords at all, or anything?
He looks at you. He opens his mouth. He has no tongue.
Oh! Yeah, he has no
I gave
tongue.
him my earpiece though, so he can like communicate how they think.
Oh yeah, you did give him his earpiece. Yeah, that's true. But he can't speak because he has no tongue.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. He can't talk because he has no tongue, and
I'm
Actually-
not much of a talker. You hear echoing through the earpieces. Okay, first off, who has an earpiece? Let's start with that. Moscow doesn't have
I
one.
don't.
I have
Kuzo, I
one.
think you still have one, so I'm just gonna put an icon on you so I can keep track of who has an earpiece. Ken, do
All
you still?
players except Moscow, and then also Reade and maybe Scotty.
I handed mine back to the Archmage.
Yeah.
Your
He gave his-
manacles. You handed the manacles, not the earpiece.
Yeah.
Wait, who gave their earpiece to Avison? Was it Reade?
No, Avison's earpiece was the.
Who actually?
I
That's a
think
good
that was
question.
Kim's.
Oh wait,
I
no, I
think
think
that was
I think Avison has Scotty's earpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So Scotty doesn't have one. Reade does have one. So give him an icon. Avison also has one.
No, she
Ah.
doesn't. Hers was smashed by Kedgar.
Yes.
Yeah, smash from
correct.
the magic train. Yeah, so only.
Levy
four of us.
doesn't have. Leslie definitely doesn't have one, and Moscow doesn't have one. So these are
Ours
the
does have one.
Chris has
Yeah.
one. So these are the four that can hear what he's saying. So, Kuzo, Ken, and Ryozo, you hear him say, "I'm not much of a talker."
I repeat what he says for the others, saying, I repeat what he says is in my best attempt to try to replicate his voice.
Okay,
Performance for that?
you could just do it.
Okay. He says,
Do it.
he's not much of a talker.
Then who's the he that he's referring to? Cool.
He's. What? Oh.
You said
What is
he says he's not much of a talker.
Ugh.
Got him.
To be fair, Moscow did say that, did draw attention to the lizard folk before Kuzo said that. So context.
I know, it's still funny though. Anyways.
We never even asked, what is your name?
My name is Krez Deepscale.
No, 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 no.
He finally has a nameplate.
Krez, why did the Garo take you captive? I don't really know. I heard them say something about the world trees. As a shaman of Elysia, It is my duty to protect those world trees.
Only a certain someone didn't kill my prisoner.
Cough, Ken, cough.
Yes, that was rather gruesome.
He had it coming.
Ugh. Okay, so we got it. So, anyways, while we're we have a shaman dedicated to protecting the world trees. Moscow, the owner of the inn, who has connections both to you, Reade, and you, Letty. The archmage over there, who's big fucking deal, and
Hello, I am the archmage that is over here, and I am a big fucking deal.
There's an archmage over there. Big fucking deal.
Scotty over there, who is the bard who seems to have something going on. And
She looks away from you.
Avison, literal other dimensional being who's here to hunt down other dimensional beings. And who is probably at the most risk of danger considering what she's revealed. You're not actually in danger, but I'm just saying, like, compared. Yuzen, can you two don't... At this point, you might as well just tell us what the fuck you're hiding, because... odds are it's not going to be as world-shattering as a literal another dimension existing.
Or you cannot tell us what you're hiding, and I can kill you right here and now.
I'd like to see you try Moscow.
All right, fine.
Oh, alright.
But don't say that I did not try and warn you, to try and protect people from this. It could be very dangerous.
The reason that we are here at all today, as I reach onto my back and pull out the shield once again and place it at my feet.
Yeah, and he'll just remove the illusion from it.
How long's it been? It wouldn't have
It would have gone. It would have gone off. on
Doesn't
itself.
matter.
It was behind
Doesn't
Kent
matter.
at that point anyway, so it didn't matter.
He's gonna wave his hand anyway.
Wax on, wax off.
Yep.
Levy, what I told you about us losing our village and being forced to move, that was true. What was also true was that we came from what you call the Raelix Wastes.
It's not much of a waste nowadays.
Wait, move? You realize I run an inn, not a orphanage, right?
You
God.
the one who's acting. Now, if you want to learn, hush.
Some time ago, our clan was attacked by a winged person.
The Zedekai that's been mentioned before.
Our tribe was isolated for countless generations. We revered the dragon gods.
Now that it's no longer censored, I'm going to take a closer look at that emblem.
Okay.
Nope, I don't see shit.
It's right in front of him.
You also rolled the wrong thing. You're supposed to roll
Yeah.
investigation.
I don't know what
shit.
you're looking for, so I would have told you what to roll.
Oops.
You're not. He's looking for it, but he ain't gonna find it with that.
I still don't know what you're looking for.
The emblem, see if it triggers any memories I have, or if I've seen it anywhere before.
He wants to see the official art of the emblem.
Yeah.
Not
He wants to see the leaked images.
Oh jeez. You want to data mine Ken Shield? So you're trying to see if you have any memory or any recollection of what this emblem
yeah,
is?
like if I've seen it in any sort of my tomes room when I was learning.
That wouldn't be
See,
investigation, that'd be history.
Oh, it'd be... So,
This is why I said tell me what you're looking for before you roll.
uh,
So I can tell you what roll to look for. Give me a history.
My brain just
Explodes for
Passive
all
of
the wrong
18,
things.
my dudes.
my brain just sputters for a second as I can't comprehend. Okay.
Cool.
So you're from
Yeah,
the Raelix
This
Waste?
is why I said, tell me what you're looking for. That 25 could have very well been your history.
Ugh.
It's not a wasteland. It was lush, green, and the farming was excellent. There was it was very bountiful. It was I would go to far as to say it was beautiful until Zedekai came along, which was 6 months ago.
No, Ryozo, you're mistaken.
Seven months.
Levy said that the forest had been, or the wastelands had been like that for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, and I'm saying that what we witnessed was clean,
About correct.
which was about 6 months ago, and then further back. But that's beside the point. It was clean, bountiful, and beautiful.
We had never known
Ryozo.
anything of these wastes.
Ryozo, if I may, what you're describing, it sounds like the Raelix Plains.
It is the Raelix Plains.
The Raelix Plain. That's exactly how the Raelix Plains was, or is in our world.
Interesting.
It's on the other side of the Forest of Spirits. Beautiful landscapes.
The place that once again, none of us have been able to cross.
Our village was burnt to the ground, torched. The only thing that still stands is one building, the farmhouse. To my knowledge.
No, the farmhouse was also destroyed by the time you guys left.
The temple. The temple is still
The temple
standing.
is still standing. Yes.
Technically. For the most part, it's still standing.
Yeah. We lived. We really lived there, but I don't think it was where Ken showed you on the map. If someone would open one, I'll point to exactly where we live.
Levy pulls out her map. Yeah, here, I've got this map. And yes, this is up to date.
Ryozo will wave his hand over it, transforming the wasteland into lush greenery, and display the village with a prominent what a prominent village would look like.
Give it some flair on the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is as we remember it, and that is where we lived. We called the village Silvershire.
What's this large building here? This temple? What
That
was
is
it?
the Temple of the Dragons.
The Temple of the Dragons. What?
That is correct.
What was that? What did you guys do in this temple? Or what was this temple for?
The Ascari have guarded it for many, many, many years. Many generations have been spent tending and caring for the land and the temple itself. Our oracle.
The Ascari.
Yes.
That is correct.
Cole, you would know tales. Yeah, you would know tales of it.
The long dead clan slain thousands of years ago.
Well, I don't think me and Ken are dead. At least not yet.
Oh my god, Shinderu.
So you're saying you two are Ascari?
Saying exactly that.
So somehow the Ascari survived for thousands of years in hiding behind the Forest of Spirits.
Exactly. Ryozo is just going to watch Scotty go to the table.
Scotty steps back. Once again, she seems to be like muttering to herself.
May prove beneficial to us if you can navigate us to the other side of the Forest of Spirits to confirm your story.
I can surely do that.
In our world, we have a tale about the Ascari.
You do.
Hmm.
Interesting. What's the
Now,
tale?
this is something that I don't even know.
I would hope so. I created them like 20 minutes before the start of the game.
Wait, who's talking right now?
Avison.
Alright.
The Ascari in our land, they were monstrous and sinister creatures. They wreaked havoc all across Elysia. The Enclave, we pushed them back into the Raelix Plains, and we sealed them there by enchanting the forest. They were never able to leave.
Wait,
The seal effectively froze them in time.
how long ago was this?
You said,
Thousands of years ago.
wait,
Thousands of years
I
ago.
have reason to suspect that the Forest of Spirits is a gateway between the worlds.
Yeah, I have found that out myself.
so whatever the seal did, it broke space around it to where two worlds had a direct pathway through.
We need to go back. We need to have a look.
We need to go back to the past.
Samurai Jack.
We need to go back to where it all started.
There's a lot of things we gotta do right now, Ryozo.
I think this takes a little bit of priority.
Considering that the Garo, I'd say we do that after we deal the Garo threat, or at least whatever's going on.
Oh, so
up,
now you're
hold up,
you're
hold
on our side and willing to believe.
Hold up.
Oh, okay.
What's Can I get everyone's passive perception again?
17.
11.
17.
14.
11. Ian, you have 17.
Yes.
Marius, you have 14.
Yes.
And Ryozo, you have 17.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wow, I'm just not perceptive at all.
Yeah. From all the time of punching the rocks, you got too many rock shards in your eyes.
Cole, you fall short just by 1 point
Every time.
every time. All right, Cole, get out of here. So
You could have had him roll.
That's true. I could have him roll. Cole, you can roll if you want to be part of this.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oof.
Oh!
Michael!
by attempting to actively perceive what's happening around you, you get worse at perceiving what's happening around you.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah. So you guys hear at the mention, as soon as Ryozo had mentioned the Ascari, Avison became she looked kind of a little bit alarmed, but then she told you what she did. But Scotty kind of stepped away and went off into the corner, and you hear her muttering to herself. She's kind of saying things along the line of, "What do I do? Should I tell them? But they clearly know. They suspect you." You can tell that she's talking to somebody, but she's trying to keep it hidden.
Ryozo's just kind of going to stare at her.
Wait, which corner is she in?
She's over here.
You can barely see her.
Yeah, still.
We had to be sure that pillar wasn't breaking Linus. How can you stare at someone when there's a pillar in the way?
I'm gonna need
from
the shadow implemented. Thank you. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Ryozo's just going to kind of watch her talk to herself.
So I just learned I can adopt the colors of your characters if I select your token. So that's interesting.
I can still see.
Well, we've already
Oh,
figured that you
no.
can see because, you know, we drew a line
I-
from
oh,
you
shit,
to Scotty.
I can't see over here anymore. Fuck.
No.
No, not you too, Ken.
My weakness. I can't see there now.
Meanwhile, Cole's down there, like, what the fuck's happening?
Combat
Now-
starts.
Arnor opens.
Yeah, you just start fucking around with Cole.
Dude. Just start adding it. I'm gonna start rolling initiative. I'm gonna roll initiative, just to do it even better.
I think if we all roll initiative, he'll also roll initiative.
These enemies are appearing right in front of Cole.
Just what?
Hey, you're not perceiving any of this. Get out of here.
That'd be funny.
Okay, it's enough. Back on track here.
Okay.
So anyways, you just got, she's muttering to herself. She sounds like she's talking to somebody, but she's doing like under her breath.
I get a surprise round.
Surprise
On
round.
Scotty talking to herself.
I rolled natural 20 for my initiative.
Fuck off. All right, Cole, you're back.
Yeah.
We were just fucking with you. We're sorry.
Tell him.
Okay.
Now he has no reason to watch the video.
Shit, you're right.
There was a what? Oh,
The vibe.
so after a little bit, Scotty returns to the group.
Wait, did her last name change?
No,
I could have swore it was something else.
no. It might have been because there's a token on top of her name.
Maybe.
There.
Yeah, her last name did change.
No, it didn't.
No, it really did.
No, it didn't. Anyways, so she returns to the group. Ryozo, Ken, and Moscow, you guys noticed the stuff that you did, so do with that what you'd like.
Do you have something to share with us, Scotty?
What? She clearly wasn't like paying attention.
Look, we're as you know, you can trust us. We are friends, Scotty. I would like to thank anyway.
I don't distrust you. Truly, I don't.
Then what is preventing you from sharing with us? Me and Ken shared our end.
She
We didn't want to.
she turns away. Again, kind of muttering over her shoulder. This time it's easier. Even Cole can pick it up. Are you sure it's okay? She's, again, clearly talking to somebody. No, because of like... fuck.
You're still mumbling to herself, or are you?
No, I'm
DMing
thinking
right now?
I'm thinking how to DM this.
Yeah, Tristan's mumbling to his dragon inside his body.
Well, that pretty much gave it away if it wasn't already gone.
Oh, fuck.
Good job, Mister. I helped the DM write the story.
No, I didn't. Oh, fuck
Fucking
me.
spoiling it.
I didn't take part in any of that. That's Ken knows.
You're
We've all
killing it,
seen
Mar-
it.
You're killing the game for me, Marius. Stop. Oh, here come the likes.
Oh, oh, fuck. I'd like to encase everybody in a dome so they can't hurt us. Nutty! Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. We're on stone. They can't come here.
It could be gray.
There's sand under the carpet.
Remember that pocket sand? Pocket
Oh no!
Uh,
Every grain of sand has a 0.001% chance of spawning a light
Okay.
lake.
I think I figured out how I'm gonna have to handle this, but now all the impacts have just been shat on. Reade. Yes. What do you know about the royal family? I guess I can address this to everybody. What do you guys know about the royal family?
Not a lot.
Ryozo's just going to hold up a 0 with his hand.
They exist.
Hey, yeah, what he said.
Reade will speak up. I know that the royal family, they used to be a noble family, but I don't mean noble like in aristocracy. I'm talking noble like in virtue. Where is it? Yes, the Dragonfelt royal family. They used to be a noble family, but after they lost their youngest daughter, they became rather bitter. The eldest daughter, apparently, she became neglected and has never left the palace. And then, about 6 months ago, there was a blinding blue light that had emitted from the entire palace, or from the center, and then that maelstrom formed and cut off access to it entirely. Do you know, and so she will, Scotty, do you know about what happened to the royal family's daughters? I know one was neglected. Are you referring to the rumors? I guess you could say that. I don't know much about that. Just a couple of rumors that they escaped and that the eldest sister was the cause of the younger sister's death, or something along those lines. She kind of sighs, sort of. I believe I can help here, Rito buddy, because unlike you, I'm not just a meathead. Oh, Cadgary, now you've always got jokes, huh? He kind of, he's not wearing glasses. Damn it, this would be better if he was, adjusting his glasses. He magically conjures some glasses. He magically conjures some glasses, puts them on, and then adjusts them, and then takes them back off.
Actually...
The royal family had the royal family had 2 daughters, Lily and Diska. Lily is the youngest sister. They had very controlling and strict parents. As a result, the pair never had any friends. One night, Diska convinces Lily to follow her, and they snuck out to the docks. They stowed away on a small ship headed to the sea shrine. The sea shrine is the Southern Seagate that is floating up in the sky, by the way, as Scotty chimes in. It was a category, yes. It was a small forested island. The sea shrine is where people of the Zoran Alcove used to go. They would go there to pray, sometimes to get married, sometimes they'd yield an offering to the mistress of the sea itself. On that island, there's a very grand statue of Celestia. Unbeknownst to the Dragonfelt kids, they had stowed away on a slaving ship. And I guess you can imagine whose ship that was.
The Garo.
Right. At the time, though, no one really knew that the Garo were as much a threat as they were. And that's how the Garo operate. They operate from the shadows, by the time they're too big a threat for you to handle, or by the time you realize they're a big threat, you can't. There's nothing really you can do to handle them. Unbeknownst to they had arrived at the sea shrine, and after the slavers had, exited the ship, the sisters set foot on the land. They were free for once, free to take in the cool sea breeze. They spent a good portion of the night just kind of playing in the moonlight, but eventually they caught the attention of the slavers of whose ship they had stowed away on. The slavers, not about to let slip an opportunity to capture a pair of royals, went after them. Lily and Diska ran and ran, but where could they go? They were trapped on the sea shrine, on the sea shrine isle. They managed to find a place to hide, but that is what the slavers were after. They used a spell, a dark and sinister spell, shadow magic, to summon a phantom. It went after the two kids. It would call out to them, "Follow me, follow me. I'll give you everything you wanted in gold." The sisters managed to reach the shoreline when the youngest sister, Lily, or Lilitha, she was caught. The phantom grabbed her ankle and tried to pull her back into the forested part of the isle. Diska, in a panic, reached out to her younger sister, her arm outstretched, and she managed to shoot a bolt of water magic at the phantom. It seemed to stun the phantom, and it forced it to release Lily. No time to be amazed at the magic she could do. Diska grabbed her sister and continued to run. I lost my spot, damn it. And continued to run the ship that had brought them here. However, it was controlled by the slavers. Well, controlled by the Garo. The same people that were attacking them. They were trapped. The sea in front of them and a monster closing in behind them. The phantom closed in and called out to them, let me in, let me in. You'll be safe under my control." Closer and closer, too scared and too tired to run any further, the sisters cling to each other and prepared for the worst. The phantom lunges in at them, and the sisters shut their eyes and hope that someone, anyone, will come save them. They waited for the end, but all was silent. Diska peeked through one eye and to find that both she and her sister were in a bubble of water. She looked around, and both the phantom and the slavers were nowhere to be seen. All she could see was a large shadow around them. She looked behind her to see a majestic sea serpent. It had dealt with the phantom and the It had dealt with the phantom and the slavers. It lowered its head and waited. Diska, carrying out a passed out Lily, climbed onto its head. The moment she made contact with the serpent, a feeling of relief and safety washed over her. The serpent began to swim back to the city. Feeling that the danger had passed, Diska lays down Lily on the serpent's head. But that feeling of relief was short-lived, for you see, Lily was injured. Her ankle, where the phantom had grabbed her, had turned black and was spread up her leg and to her shoulders. The serpent swam faster back to the city, but the ailment was spreading too fast. They arrived at the docks at the dead of night, and it was crawling with guards. They all knelt before the serpent, and Diska climbs down and lays Lily on the ground. Her entire body has turned pitch black. Tears in her eyes, Diska looks up to the guards, but they do nothing. In a desperate attempt, she looks to the serpent. Lily's body begins to fade into a black smoke. Please save my sister. This is all my fault." The serpent looks to the sky and lets loose a roar, and Lily's body dissolves into a black smoke. Her spirit was separated. The serpent speaks to Diska. This one's body has been claimed by the darkness, but her spirit, young and pure, will remain with me. Do not fret, young Diska, for her soul will forever remain with the mistress of the sea. Diska, her eyes filling with tears, calls out to her sister one last time, and then, from the stress of the ordeal she just suffered, Diska collapses. Is that right, Scotty? Scotty, you guys see Scotty, and she's got tears welling up in her eyes, and she's cruelly like shaken by how accurate that story was. How did you know that the story that story was far too accurate for it to be just a rumor? That's because I wasn't reciting a rumor. As you see, Khadgar, he like opens his hand and a spell like kind of dispels off of Scotty. I was reading your memory.
Well then.
That explains a little bit to me from what happened inside then. So, the one that vanished.
One who I knocked unconscious.
No, yeah, the one who you
Her
knocked
last name did
unconscious.
change. It was Dragonfelt before.
Yeah,
then changed to
yeah.
Arden Elf, and now it's Dragonfelt again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this whole thing went down the toilet, and I realized I forgot to correct the name.
So you're royal. Or you're one of the royal kids. Okay. Ah, fuck, I just punched a royal. Oh boy.
He had it coming. Acting like a real brat.
Wait a minute.
Let's
If her
let's
soul
calm
was
down.
with
Hold on.
if her soul was with the Mistress of the Sea, then how the
Her
fuck
body's
would
not.
bodies?
The soul can be split from its corporeal form.
Yes, but I don't think
It's not her soul inhabiting that body.
it was.
It can't be. Especially the way she attacked her sister like that.
But the way she was talking though seemed to imply she had memories.
The brain is still there. The soul is all that was removed.
I don't think medicine is advanced enough for us to know that memory is based off of neurons drawing closer together.
But this means that the Mistress of the Sea has been corrupted by something.
No what? No.
If Lily in turn, because Lily was
No, her body was taken, but her soul was separated with the Mistress.
yeah, but it
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you guys having this
But
conversation in character?
yes,
Okay.
Yes. No, her body was taken, so that means
the body spoke to Scotty during that fight.
yeah. So unless she didn't manage to pull, unless the corruption got too deep and she didn't manage to pull all of her soul.
You guys are having this conversation. Scotty she kind of just falls to the ground. She kind of curls up, tears like welling in her eyes, or running down her face at this point. As Reade kind of kneels down, trying to comfort her. Levy also approaches her, trying to comfort her.
Jesus.
My wager is either that her soul wasn't pulled in, was corrupted, or it's not her soul in that body.
Or the third option, it's not her whole soul.
I think that falls under my first statement.
Does it? I guess it would.
Scotty, who is it you keep talking to? She doesn't. She's clearly. She wants. Her lip is like her. Yeah, her lower lip's like trembling, like she wants to say something, but she's hesitating.
Edgar, you're just reading her mind. Wouldn't you know the answer to that?
Yes, but it's not my secret to tell. You guys kind of
Scotty,
see.
it would help a lot if you told us. It would help everybody here, possibly the entire city.
She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself. She closes her eyes, and you see her body starts to she glows in like a pale blue light. Levy takes a step back, and Reade also takes a step back. So does Khadgar. And I guess Avison does too. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can do this. To front. What the hell? You see Krez, he immediately takes a step forward and just kneels.
Guys, live on stream.
Yeah.
So you need not torment this this young one any further.
We were trying to.
We were not trying to.
She how do I explain this? She's got a good heart. She was only doing her best to keep me shielded from the rest of the outside world. There are people who are after me. Wait, did I make her nameplate visible? I did. Okay, good.
The Guardian.
Yep. So Scotty's not currently here, so I'm gonna put her off to the side.
To the Shadow Realm.
Well, to the space between these two rooms.
That is also the Shadow Realm.
Also, this doesn't need to be there.
The back rooms.
Scotty gets warped off to the back rooms.
Moving on. It is as you suspect. I am Celestia. I am Celestia now, I guess. And the story that young Khadgar over there spoke of, it's true. She tried desperately to save her sister. I managed to separate her spirit from that corruption. I thought her body destroyed, but apparently I was mistaken. And the royal family, they had some kind of minister that was in there, and he performed some kind of ritual. I don't know what it did, but it disrupted a lot of the flow of my province, of my domain. Naturally, when that sort of disturbance arises, I would shift the power passing through my sea gates to regulate it and try and squash the issue. But I had lost access to my sea gates. All of the power was being redirected directly to my domicile. That's even I can't handle that much power. This is the reason that I had Skiadrum assemble those sea gates. My brother built it for me to help me regulate the magic. In the last ditch effort, I expended the majority of the power that was consuming me, and I tried to destroy the palace and pull it into the ocean. I tried to kill everyone that was inside it. There's someone inside there is resisting it, and I've lost the majority of my power. I'm but a incorporeal spirit, and she you see her, she waves her arm around, and it just passes right through the pillar. So Scotty, I possessed young Scotty's body, and I would hide inside there.
Much like Cinzeroth, but he didn't get to leave. And you say there was a minister in there. What was he, if I might ask?
What do you mean by what was he? Like his race?
What would be his race? An elf, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
It's another suspicion I have. It's probably not right, but I remember Avison there saying something. Yeah, Avison saying something about an archangel of truth. And if the archangel of truth is as corrupt as Zedekai, maybe he's pulling off a lie to shield himself from us. And that would be where the trouble would be coming from.
There's some kind of sinister presence inside that palace, and with my powers diminished, I can't deal with it myself.
Can you identify the presence? Have you felt it before? Does it feel like Avison there?
She turns and looks at Avison as Avison steps forward. The presence... No, it doesn't... No, it feels different. Very different.
Then it could be one of the Garo.
Could be the Garo, the leader of the Garo.
I don't think it's the leader. The leader would... My guess, he'd still be back safe on Chizodia.
That's assuming that the Garo aren't being manipulated by... Or there's like a formal front leader, and then there's someone but actually behind the scenes pulling the real string.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and it could be. I'm not going to say it's not, because it very well could. But the fact of the matter remains is we can't get into the castle to find out.
I invoked my spell to sink that castle, but I can't seem to be able to dispel it. Whatever was holding it there it's gotten away from me. I can't control it, or at least I don't have enough of my power to control it.
Can you calm the sea around it so that we may gain entry?
No. I can't control the water there.
Well, we fixed this one.
We fixed one
sea gate.
So if we go after the other 2 sea gates that remain, would you be able to?
It's possible. The sea gates act as a regulator of sorts. Skiadrum knows more about the inner workings of how they work. He just told me to make sure I distribute the power from the ley line out of the domicile and into the sea gates evenly. She turns around and addresses Reade. Reade, I know you've been doing your best to keep the city safe, to look out for the people when I cannot. I truly thank you. Reade is just completely and utterly like stunned at the fact that he's being addressed by a literal dragon god, and he kind of just falls to one knee, just out of like reflexively. He's just gonna kneel. He doesn't know what to do.
Oh, yeah, I guess we probably didn't explain that to Avis, and she kind of kept that. Avis, you know how your world has the angels to govern everything?
I'm pretty sure that she already knows.
Don't actually. Does she?
If Zedekai knows, she probably does too. Now, I guess
Is
my
this
last
the one
question,
that you guys have been talking about? The one called Celestia?
we're gonna let someone else answer that.
Yeah.
You already said that she was Elysia.
Yeah,
Hunter.
she's-
Then yes, it is.
in a sense, if the angels govern your world, like you do, Celestia is one of the beings who govern.
I guess my last question would be, how do we get to the flying island to cleanse that Seagate?
In order to get to the flying island, you're gonna have to, and then her spell, she breaks into a bunch of like blue particles, basically, and like evaporate, and then all that's left is an unconscious Scotty.
Well, I guess we could go clear the one that we know of, that we can actually access, and think of another way to get up to the new one.
Well, we have one way we know of, and I turned to Avis. You can fly up there, so that does give us some form of access, but
If she can fly up there, and Archmage, God damn it,
Khadgar.
Khadgar, would allow us to set up a teleportation rune within somewhere safe, I could get the rest of the people up there.
I can arrange for you to grant you guys access to the teleportation circle in the Mages Guild, but
And
the teleportation circle would need an exit point. There would have to be another circle for you to connect to.
I can make that one if Avison can fly me up there.
Okay, but to do this, I need to make some preparations at the guild. It'll be kind of alarming if I go in and start messing with our teleportation network.
understandable.
Very.
I also need to do more investigations on this emblem and on the on void magic. If you're going up against the Garo and Lilitha, and she's become a shadow mage, you'll need some kind of defense against the void. So give me some time, and I'll figure it out. I'll see if I can work it out.
So,
Alright.
I say we go cleanse the other Seagate then, and then that should give Khadgar enough time to complete what needs to be done, the preparations that he needs to make for the teleportation circle,
I would.
and his defense against the void. At least that is what I think.
If need be, I can go and return to the Eastern Seagate and watch and keep an eye on it in the meantime.
Are you able to defend yourself? Like, you were captured before. Why couldn't they just do it again?
They were doing a ritual that was siphoning power from these Seagates. If we cut off one Seagate, entirely. And if you folks are going to go press an attack on another, I think that would weaken them enough to where I can fend them off.
Wait,
I still do need you for my transport there, so I can get everyone else there.
wait. What's stopping them from going back to the Seagate we just cleared out and taking it over again? Is there any defenses put back up over there?
The only thing that I can assume is time, and the sea would be stopping them as much as it's hindering us.
I can dispatch some room guard over to the Seagate, but I can't imagine they would want to listen, especially to one of my theories about that.
Yeah, it's
Perhaps Kadagar.
No.
Maybe they respect him enough to go over there.
Edgar, I suggest you prioritize figuring out the shadow magic before you start tampering with the teleportation circle. Because that is a higher priority. I have a way we can get to the Sea Spire. Or, not the Sea Spire, but the
Yeah,
The
Seagate.
floating island.
this other one.
Oh, okay.
Well, how
Okay.
can we get there?
I can cast Windwalk. And we can all fly up there.
All right then.
that would work. Yeah.
Very well.
Well, I think we
So
need.
that-
I think we know what we need to do, and probably
Yeah.
should get on it.
Before anything, Letty, did you understand that, or are you? You've been kind of quiet.
I'm sorry, did you guys just not see that a literal dragon god was just talking to us, like, nonchalantly? I'm
I
sorry, I'm
already
still
said
trying...
We've been
I'm
over that.
I'm still trying to process this, okay? Excuse
Yeah.
me. This is my first time seeing a literal god.
Yeah, I saw
seen
it
4.
already. I already saw it.
The fuck have you seen 4?
What?
We found number 4.
Out of character, I have seen the Firstborn, I have seen Seedrum, I have seen Tinseroth, and now Celestia.
Oh, that's right, you guys have seen Alistries. I forgot about Alistries.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
So
Well, you two haven't, but Ken
anyway,
you also have.
in response to that, I'm just gonna say to Livy, I saw it already in Seagate when we were trying to save you, and I got blasted in the face by a set god with a fuck ton of water.
He got waterboarded by the dragon.
He got... Cole was going to be collateral damage for a more pressing matter, but I forgot the more pressing matter was immune to that, so Cole was was the only thing that sustained damage. There was
fucking got
only
waterboarded-
collateral damage.
Cole fucking got
to the
fucking
right.
waterboarded by Celestia.
Being
Request
hit,
that Celestia be moved 5 feet to the right.
yeah, her nameplate's kind of just there.
Thank you.
Getting hit in the face like that and somehow managing to just barely scrape by. Yeah, it's kind of got other
Yes.
things processing on my brain than the fact that it just appeared in front of us.
Okay,
Is Craig still
Ken.
kneeling?
Krez? Oh, no, he would have stood up already.
Okay.
He's like the same height as Ken, so he's just been standing in front of Ken this whole time.
They're both just A-posing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now that we've kind of covered that side of this whole ordeal, I turn to Angela. What is the overall impact of our people appearing in your world?
It doesn't bode well. The races of my world are very unfamiliar to the races that are these new creatures or to your people. On top of that, some of the folks that have been appearing in our world match the description and the tales of what the Ascari were.
Oh,
And
well,
many kingdoms around throughout the land have just taken up arms on sight, perceiving them as nothing more than just monsters.
Perhaps we should find a way to close this, I guess, access point.
I have an idea. If a language barrier is kind of preventing any sort of communication, we gather up some books on each of the languages we have here.
I really wish you guys weren't fucking circled around the pillars. I don't have enough space to fit all the tokens.
There's not really anywhere else that we can circle around.
I say we all circle around the pillar.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Anyways, continue. Sorry, Cole.
if language barriers are an issue, we compile together a list of most common languages, and then work on building a cipher a translator for it.
I have a better idea. We have someone who knows their language here. We can speak with them. They can speak back. Why not just have her teach us?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, build books that contain like conversion of it, so that way we can teach other people if they end up coming across people from over there. And us also learning it too would probably be handy.
I
Angela,
don't know
do
how
we
the
have the
people of the
time to
city
do
would
this?
react to there being for it just to be public knowledge that there's another dimension and there's a gateway to this other dimension.
No. I
This
wasn't
could
meaning
spark a war.
I wasn't meaning people here. I was meaning in case there are some people that.
Well,
you'd
how
think
would we know? How would we know what people were going to go missing? I should say.
I'm saying if anybody over on the other side has been captured, and there's no way to communicate with them, could possibly.
Are you saying if anyone in the dark or in the light world, if any dark world people have been caught in the light world?
Like, again, we could talk to them and see like where they're from.
He's trying to arm the people of the Dark World with the language of the Light World, so they're prepared if they are ever transported away.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
I'm really confused.
He wants to go to the light world.
No, I'm not saying.
Oh my god.
That's not what I'm saying. Oh my god.
Okay, slow
cool.
down and start over.
Oh, let me just say, my plan is basically build a conversion lexicon of the fucking Dark World to Light World language. Hand it to Avis, because obviously she can go back and forth between the worlds. And
Okay, I'm
then
gonna stop you right there. The fuck you mean obviously? She's been trapped in the Dark World for 6 months.
I didn't think.
Isn't it obvious? She can travel back and forth as she fucking pleases.
She
Never
said
mind.
that
Okay,
twice already.
I forgot she was trapped. Never mind. Fuck, retcon this entire fucking ordeal with language thing I was going over.
But you did throw out a good idea. Perhaps Avison could teach us the language of the light world.
Let's learn this language would have
It
to
would
do
be extremely helpful.
but
You guys
also
need
be
to
something
remember,
do.
though, she's not speaking our language. She's here. Remember, I put out a spell.
Yeah,
So
I know.
she's hearing us speak in her language, and she's speaking to us in her language.
Well, yes, but we can teach her our language, and then therefore she could turn it back over to us.
Edgar, can you make some of those earpieces universal? Similar to the spell you've applied on the room?
Full disclosure, that is the first time I've ever cast a spell like this. I wasn't even sure if it would work or just kill us all. So,
Good to
Well,
know.
it worked, so can you
Well, I
convert
mean-
it into an enchantment?
I can try.
That would be very helpful.
I mean, technically, that would be the first time a new spell's cast. That means you get dibs on naming it then, as well.
Hey, there you go.
Angela, do your
Yes.
people believe that they are at war?
At the time when I left, I do not believe so.
A lot could change in 6 months.
I've been stuck here for I've been here for 6 months, so I don't know.
And
I
when
don't-
she left, they weren't at war.
I
I'm just
also
trying
don't
to
know
gauge
if
on how
the
much time we have.
I don't know if the passage of time here is the same as that in the light world, or my world.
Well, that's true, I guess.
We'll have to figure that out then. But in the
I'd
meantime,
also like to draw attention that Celestia gave pretty much said that she was trying to kill everyone in the palace.
Yeah, I was going to
I think
ask
that
about that.
I think that's enough of a that's her basically giving us permission to raid the palace.
And also a slight overreaction to dealing with what sounds to be like a single threat inside, but
I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole.
you know what? Fair.
The way I see it, the royal family can be replaced. It's more important that we protect Celestia.
I mean, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be. Would it be? No, it wouldn't be. Okay, so no.
I missed like 30% of what you just said. You were cutting out a lot.
I was
Am
wondering.
I?
No, no, it's talking about me. I mean, yeah, no, I guess it would be replaced. I guess since I don't.
I just like to imagine this conversation is taking place like those basement scenes from that '70s show.
It's just the circle.
Let's stay on topic here.
Either way, we need to either access the palace or go to the Seagate. The best option I think we have is to access the Seagate.
I have information on these two worlds. Perhaps.
Well, what is it?
Oh.
This angel says she comes from another world. As you folks know, we have our world trees. I belong to a band of shamans, and each one of us, we're to look after the world trees. One of the world trees, I believe, has been destroyed, and I was captured on my way to go investigate it. If all of these world trees, they act as an anchor of sorts. They keep other dimensions from bleeding into our world. I believe that the destruction of this world tree could be somehow related to the disappearances you guys have been talking about.
Well, that being the case, is there a way to fix a world tree?
there is.
That doesn't sound that simple. The world.
Fixing can be a long process. It doesn't simply have to be growing a new tree.
It's not a complicated matter.
Really?
Oh.
Sounds rather complicated to me.
A tree that's designed to hold a dimensional anchor in place sounds extremely complex.
Enough. Thank you. Before our village was destroyed, I came across a being from another dimension, or so she claimed. I did not believe her at the time. This person claimed to be from the Emerald Dream.
You've met.
She herself was a fairy. So hearing about all of these disappearances and obviously the appearance of the angels leads me to believe that there's more than just two at a minimum.
There's also the Shadowland.
Correct. This
Yeah.
fairy was here on a mission to investigate the world trees because it had
So-
upset their homeland as well.
And this is never mind.
We're gonna have to start building an actual universe scale model thing just to.
No,
I'm gonna open up World Anvil.
no. Ryuzo's just going to get one of those boards that you tag and curl string.
Okay, moving on. If you've met a fairy, then maybe you are already on the right path to undoing the damage done to our precious world. It is the Queen of the Emerald Dream, the Fairy Queen, who has the power to restore our world trees. But if we lose all of the world trees, we will not be able to access the Emerald Dream. You would require druidic artifacts to go into the Emerald Dream. You would have to charge them at the base of one of the still living world trees. That could open a gateway into the Emerald Dream. There you could likely meet with the Queen and beseech her to repair our world trees.
Okay, so current on the list. Stop what's ever inside the castle. Go to the other sea gates and clean up whatever's going on over there. Find what's going on in Raylix Plain, yes, in this case. Figure out what's also going on in the light world and all the other stuff with the angels. And also repair the world trees and contact with yet another world that's called the Emerald Dream, the Fairy Queen. And then also find out what's going on with why the fuck these weird. No, wait, no. How much? Oh god, the amount of stuff we gotta do. I just
You
say that.
forgot
Wait,
saving the fairy that was captured by the Garo. That would be our direct lead to the Emerald Dream, and in turn, saving the world trees.
And
Are they
this one
speaking or
would
are they
be-
using their earpieces?
And this one would be in
No,
the
I'm
Noble
speaking.
District.
I'm speaking. So
Correct.
so we got all this. Oh, okay, that's
Hold
a
on,
lot.
So, Cole, can you go over your list again, just real quick?
Okay, so
I need to know how many quests I just made.
okay, so first we gotta
When the DM
investigate.
Investigate the palace, investigate the ceasefire, investigate the sea shrine.
Yeah, investigate find out what's going on with the Garo over in the Chozo ruins. We got the quest to stop whatever's going on with the angels and stuff in the light world. Rescue the fairy and figure out what's going on with the Emerald Dream stuff. And missing anything?
Go back to the Raylix Plains and figure out what we got there.
Oh yeah. Go back to go to Raylix Plains and in the forest and see what's going on over there.
Okay.
I have to know. Are they talking about the Emerald Dream out loud?
Yes.
Yes.
I could. I might be able to guide your way to the Emerald Dream.
Oh yeah. No one. Everyone missed a key component to gain access to the Emerald Dream, and no one related.
The
Druidic
artifact.
artifacts.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Do
And-
it.
I was gonna say so. And then for the Emerald Dream, we also gotta find druidic artifacts. That's very descriptive. Any old druidic artifact would do, or
To gain
Is there
access to
ones-
the Emerald Dream, you would need the Fangs of Ashmain or the Scythe of Elune. Either one of those would work, I imagine.
And where can we find those? Or do you even know?
I do not know. They are artifacts. Ancient Ascari artifacts. There's not very many of them, and they're incredibly valuable.
I have actually been tracking down the Fangs of Ashmain, and I know that there's one somewhere in the Zorn alcove, or within proximity to it. However-
One of the things.
At least one. There are two
Yeah.
that I know of.
All right.
alrighty.
There are also a couple more beyond the Fangs and the Scythe. However, I do not know their true names.
So
Alrighty.
we've got quite the docket.
Yes, we do. Oh,
But you are correct. If you would seek passage into the Emerald Dream, I'd have to get my hands on one of the artifacts,
so we've got a huge list
or
of
both,
things.
or most likely both things. I don't think one would hold enough power
Or even
for us
the
to
site.
travel into the Emerald Dream.
So we got
Well,
a huge list of things to do of varying priorities, depending on.
I guess the first thing would be the most time sensitive one, and that would have to be the ferry locked away in the Noble District, as who knows what what they're planning to do. We know what the Garo are up to, and we've stopped them at one of their places and hindering their progress. The Raelix planes are going to always be there.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't know, and we don't know where to start looking for these druidic artifacts, so we can't even begin there. We can't go to the Chozo ruins at the moment, so there's nothing to do there. We can't.
The Seagates would technically be something we could do first, but
But this, we don't know what the noble or is planning to do with the ferry. It could be could give it away for money.
yeah, and then
So that's just my input on what I think we should be after first.
Reed,
Go
you
on.
know what that sounds like? We have enough evidence to conduct a raid on the Noble District.
And I can get in. Rios is going to pull out the chime. This can open the way.
He kind of just laughs a little bit. Yes, Moscow, you are right. As Reade like cracks his knuckles. But I really wish I had a bone cracking sound. Fuck.
Pops knuckles.
Did you hear mine?
Yes.
Good.
I would advise that we clear out the sea gates first. If we can return the weather patterns and the sea currents around the alcove back to normal, we can have access to the rest of the world. Our ships can sail in and out without harm.
It should also ease the civil unrest
Yeah.
and free up the Rune Guard to focus on more important things than keeping the peace.
Well then,
But we have no idea what that noble is doing with the ferry.
That
Do
is
you
true.
know who has taken
Reade,
control of the ferry?
Reade mentioned
No.
Otherwise, we're raiding the Noble District and going door to door in search of a ferry.
Reade mentioned something about a party that he showed off the ferry.
Oh,
The owner did.
I know this. She kind of flips through her journal. Yeah, the head of House Lawrence, Duke Kyle, he allegedly bought a ferry from someone. He apparently bought it just to add to his, and I quote, collection, and he had a grand ball to I guess show it off.
Well, then we know who we're going to, and we know where they are. So
but we gotta find this Duke Kyle. Is Kyle his last name or first? Because one
He's the head of House
Actually, I
Lawrence,
have an
so his
idea.
name would be or Kyle Lawrence.
Kyle Lawrence. Okay.
Ended grinding his teeth.
well, I'd
So
say
I
that's,
have an idea.
Oh,
Kegler,
Eden,
do
wait! Before you do your idea, can we take 5? I really need to use the bathroom. Continue, Eden. You were gonna propose an idea.
Right. I have a spell that allows me to locate a creature I'm familiar with. If you can provide me enough information to familiarize me with this fairy, I may be able to track them down.
interesting.
That's quite impressive, Moscow.
we'll remember that.
And it's something I might be able to do.
Maybe like drawing a picture or providing me a very detailed description or Maybe Khadgar can transplant your memories into mine. I don't know, I'm just throwing out suggestions.
I mean, it sounds like it'd be probably the fastest way to retrieve the fairy instead of probing the nobles.
I should warn, while I can do that, it would be very dangerous. He's an elf, you're a worgen, you don't even have any recollection or any idea of what it is he's even talking about. Transmitting that memory from him to you could blow up your mind.
Is Dadgar a wizard?
You mean Khadgar?
Yeah.
He's an archmage.
Hmm.
You can tell because his name says
What-
Archmage Khadgar.
I give us
I was asking about what his class was.
No, he's a mage.
Alright.
Would it be possible to, instead of transferring it to a person's head, transfer it to an enchanted crystal, maybe to replay the memory?
Like a lacrima?
Yeah,
A lacrima to store a memory?
yeah.
perhaps. Do we have an artist in the room? Anyone who can draw really well? Or perhaps even an enchantment on a pin to draw what Kind is imagining. That would sound a lot safer than messing with someone's mind.
I'm inclined to agree. Reading a memory and moving a memory are two very different practices.
Or you could read his mind and create a minor illusion of this creature.
I'm not magically inclined to do so myself. But
Someone capable
Should-
of reading minds could read Ken's mind and create a minor illusion of this fairy. Glances at Khadgar.
do you have any input, Ryoza?
Well, the only input that I possibly could offer is, can you draw good? We could get something that you could do that with. Then we could find a way to. I could cast minor illusion, and then you tell me if it starts to look good to your memory, and that way that I could show that. That's all I got.
I've seen her before.
True.
Kent is actually Broof.
Might as well be.
And if I can't get it right, then we could always go to the next most dangerous thing.
No, I've seen him move. Well, then just let him go.
All right, Sir Kend, what will be your what's the verdict here? Am I ripping into your memories to create an illusion, or are you gonna draw it?
I think we should start with the drawing.
Honestly, yeah.
I'll start with that then. Does anyone have a piece of paper and
Ryozo is going to give Kind his notebook and his ink and quill.
We have at least 2 people in here with the books on their person at
You're giving Kend your notebook?
Yeah, my notebook, I'm going to flip it to the last page to give Kind a space to draw.
For the time being, Ken, as you are in possession of his notebook, you can also peruse it if you would like. Here you go.
read everything immediately?
So just watch Ken leaf through the entire book.
I'm trying to I lost my page, sorry.
Ryozo has
The last one.
predetermined the page for Kind to draw on.
Ken's looking at the book like,
I'm gonna begin drawing.
Jesus Christ. How is he reading so loud?
With
All
quill
right.
in hand, I
Here's
take
how
a
we're-
pause
here's
as I begin to recall.
You have a drawing tablet, right?
Oh my god.
God, I get flashbacks to Tempest's campaign when I was playing Iran.
Full immersion.
This is gonna go swimmingly.
You know I can't draw people, right?
Yeah.
You're not drawing
That's
people,
fine.
you're drawing a fairy.
When an artist says they can't draw people, they're referring to humanoids.
I'm
A fairy's still a
contemplating whether I
humanoid.
I'm
Just
contemplating if I should just let the dice decide, and so I don't have to visually show you guys how bad I fucked this up, and then I have to live with it for the rest of my life in shame.
Let me see if I still have some of my drawings from when I played Iran.
Okay, Marius, get drawn. Let's go.
Oh my
I don't even
god.
get to use Photoshop brushes.
Nope.
No, you're gonna use the brush tool, and if you like your drawing tablet, you're gonna draw Willow as best you can. I even have her image set up too, so you're ready.
All right,
Here you
guys.
go.
All I'm saying here is this is Ken's art hour. Welcome.
Like a dimensional void just opens up from the book as it's a blank room.
I have the full image, Maris.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you didn't.
No, I did. I said here is the full image, and I just as the token. It's a token.
I believe in you, Ken.
I actually
Ken.
never realized she was sitting on like a fucking margarita. I thought that was a broom or something, and she was just sitting on it, like a witch.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize she was sitting on
that's
it.
right.
Side note, DM, while you were describing him reading through that fast, I accidentally clicked play on a video clip that was just of like some FPS, and I just heard gunfire going off rapidly, so I thought that was fucking Ken reading at high speed.
Amazing.
Thought he was gunning it with reading it.
It keeps fucking defaulting to green, and then I'm confused.
Are you turning off the brush tool?
No, I'm just setting it up. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Fuck! It keeps fucking resetting anytime I... You
Just
know what?
set-
I think the dice might have a better outcome than me, boys.
Just set up the well, actually, Willow's color is green, so green is fine. Here, the color doesn't matter. It's the shape that we need.
There we go. Willow
No.
drawing.
You're not getting out of this that easily. Here you go. I'll paint the canvas
Oh, you-
black.
oh, come on! I was ready to go.
Are you gonna paint it black or green?
I mean, green would...
It doesn't.
guess
The
it would
colors.
work.
The colors aren't important. It's the. God damn it, Ethan.
Okay, how's that color look?
Look at green.
That's fine, dude.
can-
We can all see it.
I'm stressing out here, man. Give me a break. We've got to get the fairy away from that goddamn fucking noble. Here I am drawing to save her fucking life.
No, you've always said you can't draw to save your life. Hopefully, you can draw to save someone else's.
Oh my god. And I immediately went to my Photoshop, like, to move the screen, and it doesn't work.
Yes, right click to move the screen. Come on, man. We're RPing Ken actually drawing a picture.
Everyone start drawing Willow.
No, okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Ryozo is just going to look over Ken's shoulder as he's drawing.
No, I didn't get a chance to screenshot it.
It's fine. It'll be in the recording. Well,
Thank you. I've screen capped it. You can delete it now. I have at least 3 people to send this to.
Thanks, guys. Real feeling the love here.
Oh, sorry. You got this, Ken. Go, Ken. You can do it.
I'm out here drawing right beside you, my buddy.
We need everyone to be staring at Ken while so he feels the pressure for this.
All right. I'd like to roll to stare at Ken with intimidation.
everyone in the room all huddles around Ken as he's drawing.
The pressure.
I'm not applying pressure to him. I made my own attempt at drawing Willow.
Yeah, but your drawing is meaningless.
Wait, did you
Yeah.
tell them what Willow looked like?
No.
No.
Oh,
I just drew the picture in the Doralex and Associates and added wings.
So he's clearly going to take some time to get this drawing going. So in the meantime, while Ken finishes his drawing, well, our next plan of action, what should it be? We'll have to clear up the sea gates. So do we take the island, or do we take the sea spire?
Well, I would say the most difficult one to get to would be the floating one. So we
The
go there.
spire's probably more filled with more Garo. I imagine it's easier to get inside.
Well, and if we take the most easiest one to take out, which would be have less Garo in it, we again weaken them for the one that they've made their stronghold.
I know anything about secret bases. The one that's hardest to get into is going to be the one that's the most difficult to take over.
That's just what I said, but with different words.
So what will given the events that transpired here, I believe you four are best suited to decide which one we go to next.
My vote's going to be going for we should go stop by the nobles first, and then we should stop by the one that's floating. That's just for me.
Ken seems both determined and distracted by the presence of the fairy, so I don't think I can trust him in a fight if he is distracted by the presence of the fairy, so it might be better for us to focus on that first.
Yeah,
attracted by the presence of the fairy. She's my friend.
yeah.
I can't just leave her in the hands of a noble.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So we're going to go get her first.
Yeah, we'll get your fairy friend back, and then I say we go to the spire first.
In a fight for your life, you will hesitate because you're focusing on that fairy.
As Ken is like laying down flat on his stomach, his legs are like crossed, and he's like drawing his pencil held in his entire fist. He has this part of his tongue is like in the top left corner of his mouth, and he's trying really hard.
He's got like a box of crayons opened up.
Ken, sometime today, please.
Hey there, done.
I need you to still do the other thing.
First he draws a complex head,
What?
then he erases some details, and some more than a circle.
Darn it.
I honestly was expecting that to turn into handsome Squidward.
I want
Not
it
a
to be
circle.
half the Squidward now.
Like when it's like the rigging of the face, it looks like handsome Squidward.
The rigging of the face.
Oh. I'm trying to remember what the term for that is.
Line art.
So after a while of struggling, you see Ken, he eventually manages to complete his drawing. This is what he shows to everybody.
Whoa. Are you sure you didn't want to be an artist growing up?
Are you sure, Ken?
I've even surprised myself.
I don't think you had to spend your time drawing the background, friend.
Or then, yeah,
I'll be honest.
what? You put so much shading on this. What the?
Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing.
Thank you, Ron Swanson. I know more than you. All right, what do you want me to roll to see if this picture is enough?
Give me flat intelligence. Just roll your intelligence stat. We'll see if it's enough. It's enough.
It's enough, is enough, is enough, is enough.
Yeah, I think I can work with this.
Alrighty.
You think so, Moscow? Like, that'd
Rio's
be incredible.
looked kind of shocked on how Ken got color out of ink.
Looking at the file, like, how the fuck?
He intimidated the color back into the ink. Using just his pure intimidation, he forced all the pigments to separate.
Good job, Ken.
I just hope we get to her in time.
And Ryozo will take his notebook back. Kind of wave it to dry out the ink, but not.
So now we get to put the picture at the bottom of his notebook.
I would very much enjoy that. Can you do that?
I can. I don't want to, but I can. I also have to take Ken off the notebook information.
Yes.
I was actually really hoping you would make it so instead of Handsome Squidward, it would just be Willow. Oh my god, that would be so good.
I realized at the end that I was zoomed in to like 230%. So like that's why the lines were so fucking thick. I could have fucking zoomed out.
You could also
Yes.
change the thickness.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh my
there's an
god.
option to do that. In order to make this work, I have to overwrite everything in his fucking book.
Oh no. Just put it as the picture. Just put it as the picture for the notebook.
You could
No.
probably just give them Willow's like card or whatever. The,
No, I'm
No,
gonna do it this way. Fuck off.
But I
Oh,
want
okay.
his actual drawing.
There you go.
I have to go look now.
This would be so much easier if Ryu's
Oh.
notebook was a Google Doc.
That is
Yeah.
sad.
Don't say that about Ken's drawing. Shit, dude. He
No,
did his
no,
best.
no, it wasn't. It was not that. It was not that. It was that you did not actually give me the actual one.
I showed you the drawing that he made. As decided by the dice.
Alrighty, okay.
I needed Ken to buy me time. So I had him draw stuff.
You used me? How could you?
Very easily.
You should be used to this by now. Yes!
Oh my god, it's great. Ruby's probably looking at this chat. He's like, "What the fuck?"
I
I
doubt
died.
it.
I died. You.
Okay, so well, it is 8 o'clock. I would like to wrap things up here now before you do the next
Alrighty.
stuff, because all of that shit with the noble I have not prepared yet.
Oh, you went down the route. That was unprepared.
No, like beyond this point, I didn't have anything prepared because. Okay, well, first off, we're done. So next time, what do you guys want to do? What do you decide to be your plan for next time?
We're going
Yeah.
after the ferry with the noble, and then if we have more time after that, we'll be going to the
Which also
flying
means we need a long rest because I need mana.
Yeah.
Continue,
I gave you
Ryoga?
guys. You guys took a long rest while you're on the ship. Torturing
Yeah,
the
what
guy.
we'll be doing is we'll be going after the noble, and then to my understanding, if everyone agrees, we'll be going after the flying Seagate.
I thought we were doing the ceasefire first.
I voted Spire because
Well, I didn't hear what anybody else voted.
okay, we'll put it in chat, okay?
The floating one was the most challenging one, so we were doing ceasefire so it was easier.
Nope, do it like that.
There's an order to them, right? So was it declared which one was like what Moscow said, the easier one? Like, there's one still on the ground, right?
We
Yes.
declared that Garo would need to research the shadow magic in order for us to take over the floating one.
So
Yeah,
he'll need time for that then. So we'd have
Yes.
to go for the
Yeah,
Mm,
that's
uh,
right. Never mind. Yeah, I will go after the Spire. Never mind.
Spire's the safer one because
Yeah,
you can easy in and out that one.
yeah.
All right, so Noble District, then the Sea Spire.
Yep.
That'll probably make up the better half of like the next two sessions. So I can.
No,
worry about
then
this.
that'll be the next 2 sessions. Will be the Noble District.
Depends on how in depth we go into.
So hang on. So next time on Chronicles of Elysia, will they find the fairy? Will anyone ever really see Ken's true drawing skills? Will they make it to the Sea Spire? Will Kuzo ever find his mother? Why does nobody care about Krez?